Mic check 1 2, mic check 1 2. Man, shout out to everybody in the chat with they thumbs jack. Man, look, this is gonna be a good one, y'all. Cause I think we finally getting it right. I believe we finally getting it right. Cause these receipts from the town up. Disclaimer: fair use, education purpose use only. All rights, image, music clip belong to their respective owner. Now look, let me go to this right. Boom. All right. When don't y'all remember when the police were doing the investigation, like people at the party, and they was interviewing juvenile, and one of those juvenile, one of those juvenile is linked to somebody work at the hotel, right? So you got a police officer link a person back to the hotel that wish they would be the employee. But Kenneka dated his brother. So the whole time, y'all, this is the craziest case ever. That means the police exposed the whole family tree. Meaning that what you see here on the screen, they is all family. When I say family, look at it like this here. Rico, her boyfriend was family. When the police asked the juvenile, hey, did your brother ever dated Kenneka? Watch this. Look, when I say Puerto Rico, right here, look at his last name, Johnson. And guess who Rico related to? Lawrence Johnson. Whoa! Boy, if that ain't some teed up, cause I knew that. I'm like, man, I know Rico the boyfriend, cause because of this. Look at this, y'all. So the whole time, the girl was actually dating her own cousin. And them was all they family there, bro. Look at this. Check this out, right? Just look at this at the top screen. I'm gonna play this video. See that? Now that's your proof. This was then they didn't even hide it. Now y'all see who in the background? That's Ron. That's Chester Mob Ron. He related to these people. He related to these people. That explains why Rico, check this out, y'all. Don't explain why. That's why Rico knew the whole fucking family. Like, I thought he was the boyfriend, like everybody accepted him, he the boyfriend and he down with the gang. Man, it's the other way around. This the cousin. Them four had an open relationship with every bro. Look. Do this make sense? Now, if you look at the bottom screen, that's Xavier. That's gonna be at the hospital with Rico. No wonder why they want us to believe Rico was locked up at the time, but Rico was actually there. He was actually there. So you mean to tell me Kenneka cousin would be at the hospital with Rico? That make a whole lot of sense. Just say if I'm messing with a female, right, you know, and something happened to me, you know what I'm saying? That, you know, that's just like, you know what I'm saying? Her people, you know what I'm saying, like a uncle or something. It my bedside, like. So, look, tell me, do this make sense? Watch this. I got to blow the bitch scream up on this. Right here. Now, this a comment that y'all know that page I always be going to right here. Now, this a comment section. Now, listen to what this said, and we finna go back to the police report and verify all of this. Check this out. Creds, good creds. They person giving them cred like, yeah, good job. All right, nephew is Rashad Gates. Rashad Gates is related to the family. Now watch this. Everybody know that Jonathan Jackson, J Money, that's his niece. Sierra Jackson with the yellow cap that was in and out walking all that night with Trayvon Howard. Keep this in mind. Trayvon is related to Peasy Howard. Now y'all following me? Those three came in the food court hall with Wilson. Now won't it make sense why you got Trayvon came in the food court hall, Wilson boy rode T.Y. Peas, and Unc dude in the truck was one of the trainers. Hold on. Mike, everybody know who Mike Tate is. We didn't even know he was family. I didn't even know that. You see what I'm saying? But as the investigation goes on and on, then I started realizing, like, damn, look how deep it really goes. Cocky. Six Pack gave a statement. There are two smacks. Watch this. That gave statement. Neither lie. Dion Hardeman was not there. Neither was his blue jacket. Watch on the big screen. Now y'all remember that report? Everybody should know this right here. That letter right there, X. And guess who explained it best? 54 Keys when it come to that statement. Now, in the statement, the police didn't want to identify this person in the statement. But as you read, you can kind of sense like, oh, this got to be this person. So, X is actually Tyreek Johnson. And he is brothers. Look, he is blood brothers with Tay Ziggy, a.k.a. it's Xavier Johnson. Let's go to Xavier Johnson. This is Xavier Johnson. The one that y'all seen in the gray hoodie with Mr. Reese and them walking around, pulling fire alarms, walking in with Lee Renor and them. Watch this. Check this out. He he is related. So Rico is blood brothers and related to Xavier Johnson, the one that was walking around the hotel. The real smacks is Isaiah Love. And look. Wait a minute. Watch how this finna make sense. This Isaiah Love. Now, one thing I can say about him, I don't think he family member. I believe he got a baby with the family. So he's gonna be like a baby daddy. I could be wrong, but he's still related somehow. Look, watch this. This where I'm finna get at. Now this the dude. His name is Jarvis Anderson. This the one that gonna be meeting up with the girls, right? The 3 girls that came in. Allegedly, it supposed to be him. That's why Irene will be talking to him in the lobby, and he was talking to the trans. So Irene is related to him. Cause that's Jarvis Anderson. Her name got to be Irene Anderson, not Irene Roberts. Look, I'm finna verify all this in the police report. All this in the police report. Look. Check this out. She going by the last name Anderson, and somebody sent me this. And told me, Trey Gang, what you see in this picture, and I'm gonna give it to you, and I'm gonna let you look at this picture real hard. Man, I looked at this picture so hard, I'm like, only thing I know is the name different. And that's what I was looking at. I'm like, well, the name different, but I didn't connect the Andersons yet. So this how you connect the Anderson. That's an Anderson. This an Anderson. They're supposed to been in the lobby, right? This an Anderson. Go to this. You got Jonathan Johnson. There go another brother or cousin named Jonathan Johnson. So you got Rico Johnson, Xavier Johnson, and Jonathan Johnson. Now, y'all know Hollywood, aka Dean. Guess who he got a baby by? Charlotte Anderson. So you got Irene Anderson, Charlotte Anderson, and Scarlett Jackson with J Money Jackson, right? Irene's sister is Anisha Cox, cousin with little T.Y. Thompson. Thompson. This little T.Y. that was on the bed. Where I can find. I got a minute. Got a minute. Let me find them, y'all. Let me pull it. 1 second. Everybody should know who T.Y. is by now, right? You know? Now watch this. I ain't never looked at it like this. Now that's the dude that got killed right after this shit. So he was cousin. Don't y'all remember when you first saw that TY live video? Y'all remember when y'all first see the TY live video? When that jump dropped, I'm like, man, look, they go a whole bunch. It was a whole lot of people in that room. So people would, you could go read the comment, like, look at that, yeah, they all in that motherfucker, man. You know, they in there finna set that girl up. Nobody didn't know there was a whole family part. He was cousins. And then look, once you start looking at the names now, there go another Jackson. So you got Brandon Jackson, Tyrone Thomas. And they all related to Rico. So you got him related to Rico. All family. So you mean to tell me Kenneka was dealing with Rico, knew that was her people, this her cousin, this gonna be dude in the room, right? You got him related to Irene, and they all related back to the Martins family. She set the party up. He in the lobby meeting up with girl. It would make sense why you got Irene would be setting this shit up. Boom, 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 boom. And the police made everybody in the paperwork admit one thing. Is y'all related to Kenneka? Yes. That changed the whole investigation for me. So the whole investigation, everybody that made statement was Miss Teresa Martin family. I thought them just people was at the party. They had to hunt these people down. Find out who was all at the party. So look, then he related to Little Meat. They related to Little Meat Avenue. So the police asked, hey, wait a minute, y'all. No wonder why him and Peas look so much a goddamn alike. No wonder why they look so much alike. They was family. No wonder why Shemaya and them was down in the fucking laundry room. No wonder why he would be with them. Everything makes sense what I saw on the footage now. It would make sense. Oh, that's why you were downstairs, lower level, trying to dip in the laundry room and in the kitchen. That's why Shemaya was down there will have a fucking walkie-talkie. Man, you failing to realize that I'm telling you, they family. It's proven. Ain't shit funny about it. It's proven. They family member. This ain't no speculation. This ain't nothing like a conspiracy theory. It's proven. That's why he would know so much standing at the elevators. That's why the police would be interviewing him. Look. This is why I'm showing you this shit for a reason. Him. Look at this. My channel guy, I done traced this man here back to a YouTuber. I done traced this man all the way back to a YouTuber named T Slay, the one that been on my channel. Look at this shit, bruh. I can't even believe that. He was. And check this out. Don't forget about Wayne Anderson. So I'm just trying to see, damn, if people out on Facebook trying to fake a death, like, yeah, I'm finna pull the trigger right quick and then goddamn it have everybody think, well, he dead and gone, ain't no more to see here. Find out that sucker all in Atlanta. Look. So this would make sense why J Money, right? This the cold part about it. That's why Shemaya, this is Shemaya's cousin, which is that's related to Little Meat. So that means Shemaya is cousin with Cash a Tick on the call. You know the 911 call? I mean, not the 911 call, but the video talking about, yeah, you know, what they told me what happened to Shorty, right? Man, look. Then it would make sense like when he came out, that's why the video was leaked. It wasn't even leaked. They put it out there so you could go along with the narrative. It was dudes all in the room pushing up on the kissing her, throwing her on the bed and doing all this and all this old stuff. Then you got him at the hotel talking about, yeah, she did walk in that freezer though, you know what I'm talking about? She was fighting, trying to get herself out of there. Didn't even say who she was fighting with or nothing. I'm finna pull all this stuff up. Cause I hope this makes sense now. Especially when they come to him. So it would make sense that that's why J Money was at that fucking hotel. I seen the funeral. And he was in the car with everybody on the footage. Man, the man was in the car with everybody on the footage, bruh. Shit. That's why you got Kenny will be at the hotel, right? So let me get out of this and show y'all this. So tell me, do this make sense now? Nephew, off Western, Rashad Gates in the red jersey, Sierra Jackson, yellow cap is walking with Trayvon Howard. 3 came in the full court hall with Wilson, Devon, whatever his name is, Devon, what's Puckett real name? Devon, something like that. Roll with T.Y. them, P's them. So that explains why everybody was coming through the back door and the front door at the same time. Cause once you look at when everybody showed up, I'm like, damn, everybody really basically showed up all at the same time. So boom. So they drove with a tram. Mike take all black, called nephew, cocky 6-pack, did not give a statement. Then you got Dion them. Cause they want y'all to believe Dion was there. I don't know if he was there. That's one that 54 talking about the blue jacket and shit. X Rico. It's the blood brother Tay Ziggy, the real smacks Isaiah Love, Sticks Jonathan Johnson. So they name Miss Teresa family tree. So everybody that's listed right here is family. Now let's go to this. Let me go to my history. Let me go to my history so I can show y'all this. That's Rico and Kenneka. They were boyfriend and girlfriend. You see how they hugged up, right? With her own folks. That's why Rico was always with the family. Look, check this out. Always with the family. Chester Run, all unrelated. That's mystery. So every picture we saw, anybody got something to do with the case, they were actually family members. I told y'all Chester Run and the BD were there. Lil T.Y. father is in the Chester mob. They might explain why Lil T.Y. was at the party. Now T.Y. used to hang with Rico, Kenneka boyfriend. But look, this is what everybody trying to figure out. Now we know they all cousins. Shit. Man, this probably one of those families that's actually keeping this shit in the family, bro. Then look. And Birdie. Y'all remember Birdie name came up supposed to be having relations with Kenneka too. So when you think about what Living Norris said, Kenneka only had 2 boyfriends out of her whole life. So that means we got one, that's Rico, and that's the cousin. Now, did she have relations? I don't know that if it was with Birdie. But a lot of shit was suspect with her and Birdie too. So them would be 2 boyfriends out her whole life then. In my Lyra Nora voice explaining the story, You see what I'm saying? So look, they go Chester Mall, boom, they go Noon. So all of these people is Miss Teresa family. Didn't even know that. Nobody didn't even know that but these bastards did. I'm looking at these dudes like, man, these niggas around the way, caught Kenneka slipping or some shit. You know what I'm saying? And I'm thinking these niggas just out, just, you know what I'm saying? But the whole time, look at this shit. No wonder. No wonder. There go little T.Y. and there go Rico. That explains why he will be at the party and everybody wants you to believe he wasn't at the party. He was in jail. So they were actually showing Photoshop pictures of mugshot trying to, he wasn't there, but actually he was there. It's probably why they got their mouth covered up like that. Yeah, it's a family secret. Look at this shit. And you mean to tell me the whole time Miss Teresa did not disclose this information? I wouldn't need her. I wouldn't need her. September the 27th, 2017. Guess where they at? In front of ain't that Miss Teresa in front of Miss Teresa house? Right there. Nah, that ain't in front of Miss Teresa house. Yes it is, yes it is. So now look, when you think about when it come to the police report, when they were like, yeah, you know Kenneka had a boyfriend, right? Yeah, we know that. Had she ever dated him? And guess who the police were asking that? Miss Teresa's nephew. And guess who that would be? Damn near little T.Y. Thompson. Whoa, little T.Y. Man, in the beginning they said he was there. In the beginning they said he was there, but you had YouTuber would pull this man mugshot up and edit the timestamp on the motherfucker. Said, nah, he was locked up. The man wasn't even in jail. Then look who he with. That's the same fucking dude that was in the car with Kenneka. Talking, yeah, we want her. Yeah, we want her. Whatever the fuck he was. And Kenneka, when they talking about living their soul, so you got Rico is with them, and they all related cousins, family members. That's what gives me. That's what gives me, cause I read accepted that these was some dudes on the block and they know the girl. But for these niggas to be family and do the girl like that, this a perfect example of this what family would do to you, bro. They'll treat you like the average person on the street. What's up, y'all? What's up, chat? How y'all doing? Man, appreciate the love and the support too, y'all. Man, y'all keep those lights rolling, Jack. Y'all keep those lights rolling. So that's why I'm explaining all of this first before I just show y'all video. Cause once you go back to the video, it's all gonna make sense. Look. That's the whole family. When FPG Duck Mama, y'all know FBG Duck Mama. She said when she moved out there on the west side where they at. She said it's 1 million of them, and the police scared of them. The lady said it's 1 million of them, and I can vouch for that, right? Cause it's 1 million of motherfuckers. They all look when it come to the west side, shootings, killings. Man, don't you know Mitch Reese, man, 90% involved with most of the murders on the west side? Look, they right in front of the house sitting on the porch. So it explains why you seen so many pictures with Kenneka, Shamaya, and them all in the bed. Then Miss Reese gonna tell about them her friends. I let them stay with me. Now them just some cousins. All them were cousins, bruh. Now Miss Reese finna be in the hot seat with this one, cause you said out your mouth, yeah, I let. Well, that's why she ain't never let nobody say no name. She just said, yeah, I let y'all stay with me. And we like, yeah, man, that's fucked up. You let these bastards in your house try to take care and they do you like that, Mr. Reese, and the whole time. Shit, Mr. Reese got a whole lot to lose. Now you see why Mr. Reese had to play Mother Teresa like she a nun. Because once you expose all of this, you're gonna be like, damn, Mr. Reese, you lied to the world, man. You act like Shamaya wants your niece. You know what I'm saying? That's why you threw it off on. That's why only person I believe that was not family related was Monifa. And that's why they choose to put everything on Monifa. So look, when Monifa in that circle, that's why they had us, you know what I'm saying, hating Monifa. Cause they were like, yeah, bitch. You don't go along with what we got going on. We gonna make the world hate you. We gonna get you. So next time you know, I could feel Monifa at that point. Like, damn, man, this shit for real. The girl was scared. That's probably why the girl reached out to Trey Gang, bro. It wanted to, man, damn near, man, wanted to say something, bro. And everybody knew witness to this shit. Everybody knew witness to this shit. If you've been on a journey with me on this case, everything, I'm telling everybody, that's why that nigga still riding bikes. That nigga still on the bike, and this September the 25th. Young niggas, look how they looking on the block. Them some bomb ass young niggas, bro. Look at this shit. Them some bomb ass niggas. But when that girl died, everybody draped down now. You know what I'm about. But look, he dead. Look, they got rid of him. Boom, that's that nigga that be with Kenneka. Bam, they go Rico. Come on, bruh. Don't your boyfriend just don't be on the block with your family like that. And cool with your family like that. And there's, you know what I'm saying? You got to be around for a long time to get in this circle. Shit, you got niggas in your circles, goddamn it, know not to talk to your sis and shit. Like, yeah, I ain't know what I'm talking about. Cool, I love you that much, you know what I'm talking about. Look, all of them got red hoodies on. I won't be surprised if all of them be sharing the same goddamn red hoodie. Yeah, bro, you wearing that motherfucker today? Yeah, you know, I'm wearing that hoe today. But look, let me wear that hoe tomorrow, you know what I'm talking about? Yeah, you cool, you get that hoe tomorrow. Then big homie like, yeah, if you wear that hoe tomorrow, bro, shit, let me wear that hoe Friday. Man, you got a nigga, look, you can tell how poor they is. You got the other cousin coming, hey man, let me buy the hoodie tonight. I gotta go rob somebody tonight. You know what I'm talking about, man? That hoodie might got all types of stains and DNA on that motherfucker. Cause how filthy these niggas look, boys, you got DNA. Shit. Man, look. I won't even be surprised, goddamn it, just if the nigga get murked. Like Rico. Ambulance pull up, we trying to say you Rico, stay in there, my guy. Then when they cut that nigga drawers off, man, they gonna need more scissors and shit. You got to sanitize, like hell nah, we done cut some shitty drawers with these motherfuckers. You know what I'm talking about? And then look, just imagine, man, the police trying to save your life. Don't let you get shot in the leg, then they got to cut your leg off. I mean, not your leg, but your jean leg, right? Cut that motherfucker off, then you got to cut the sock off. Now the whole ambulance smelling like foots on the way. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm talking about? Like, damn. See, they had to ride with the windows down, Jack. Yeah, that's why I come, because you'll see some shit. You know, it's because, man, look. I couldn't be a detective. These niggas be so poor and so broke. Once you get up to the scene to identify the body reaching a nigga pockets and shit, that nigga ain't got nothing about 37 cents in that motherfucker. Damn, what the fuck? It gotta be a robbery. You know, now I'm looking at this shit like it's a robbery case, but it wasn't no robbery. This just a poor ass nigga. Didn't have money. You know what I'm talking about? But don't it make sense, y'all? Look. That's why Miss Teresa always had a house full of people in her house. That's why most of all their pictures come from the house. In the living room, on the couch, Kenneka bedroom. Only pictures they don't have is in Miss Teresa's bedroom. And I won't go to that motherfucker. Oh, damn up. So that explains why you got they on the block hanging out and they all young niggas. All young niggas still riding mongoose bikes. These niggas mama got them on the food stamp card, bruh. Yeah, look, I got them on my food stamp. This reason why they getting food stamp, cause these niggas, bruh. These young ass niggas, bruh. That's why everybody will be on that fucking red couch. And I was like, damn, cause when I was thinking about it, I was like, damn, as a parent, you know what I'm saying? I don't want my daughter and got boys in the room and she young, and this shit was like, they got pictures of these people in Kenneka room and shit, got them when they got them 14, 15, and 16 and shit. You know what I'm saying? So it was plain white, like, damn, they cousins, it don't look strange, you know, all on cousins, you know what I'm saying? But then again, you know, some kind of shit's gonna happen, you know what I'm talking about? So you know Miss Teresa allowing all this shit going in her house, that made me think like, damn, if Kenneka uncle really her daddy, cause it sounds like Miss Teresa was fucking her brother. She even put it out. She even put the pictures out there that got the man holding Kenneka as a baby. It makes sense why I was trying to find out who the fuck is Kenny Martin. Cause the Kenny Martin I'm looking into said this Miss Teresa brother. And this the same dude, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, why is it coming back to family? And I'm thinking I'm confused. I'm going live trying to explain this shit. I'm sounding real dumb. Like, man, I don't know what the fuck going on. All right. Tell me, do this make sense? Check this out, y'all. Watch this. I'm just finna just keep scrolling. I'm just finna just play some little video. Johnny Dang, look, watch this. Hold on. I'ma let Mona Stacks tell you about Rico. Well, she just showing y'all pictures. So don't it make sense why Irene would be taking pictures with Rico? Rico, I miss my brother. That's Irene brother. Got him again. Got him again. That's why they had to change his name to Tremaine. That's why they had to change the name Tremaine, because I'm like, damn, once you go on the page, I see him and a bunch of other motherfuckers. Bro, don't this make sense why Irene? No wonder why you never seen Irene baby daddy at the party. Where Irene baby daddy was at the time? I bet you he was there. Can't say your cousin there, Rico was there, cause y'all got to protect him, cause everybody knows Kenneka had relations. Cause I remember when it first came out, and I was like, man, what her boyfriend at? Like, damn, I know a nigga gonna slide on this type shit. Shit. Hold on, look at this. It makes sense now. So now you know what you got out of this one screenshot. You got Irene with a post, Rico, I miss my brother. We will be out high. What? That's what I got out of this now. Now this being confirmed. Now we just stamped it. We just stamped it. All right. It's stamped now. Boom. See that? It's stamped now. Family. Look who in the back with the gun. Frank. Do y'all know who this is? Take a screenshot and don't forget it. It's gonna make a lot of sense when you see him. You're gonna be like, damn, he dead too? Yep. That's that dude they call Frank damn, Frank something. Frank. I gotta go to my playlist. But y'all gonna see, yeah, it's over with for him too. Cause that's the only thing that was throwing me off. I'm like, damn, this is her boyfriend, but he all with the family. See that? Little thin ass niggas. Look how thin them niggas is, bruh. And Irene talking about, yeah, they said they were gonna kill me too if I ain't put it in the freezer. Lying like a motherfucker. You been exposed. See that? Cause it makes sense like that. He in the car with Irene and shit. Then he always hooked up with Kenneka. And then the family accepted that shit. Then they talking about they were finna have a baby till she had a miscarriage. Man, they was in an open air relationship. They said, fuck whoever know now. They just gonna know. It looked like nobody didn't have a problem with it. On the red couch is Irene there. Don't it make sense now? Hi y'all. Hi y'all, Jack. That's probably why that's probably why it been a whole lot of shootings on that west side. Cause when I told you Chicago know what was going on, I believe some of those shootings was some get back for Kenneka on Miss Teresa family, bro. Cause them the ones that were being tired. Look how many people that got killed that was at the party. Man, that could have been a setup. Put it like this: if you find out that everybody family member, you gotta start whacking motherfuckers, bro. And guess who started getting whacked first? All the juveniles at the party start getting whacked. Man, Miss Teresa gotta come clean now, bro. No wonder why that lady was dodging me. You gotta come clean. Now I know now. I know now, Miss Teresa. Look, I might don't know everything about when it come to your daughter, okay? But one thing I can tell you now, the biggest secret is all you bastards is family members. And you actually on the news channel, they ask you, do you know any people that was in the room that night? And you told the world, nope. I only know Irene. Watch this, y'all. Check this out. Watch this, y'all. Same red couch, right? Miss Teresa how chilling. So Miss Teresa want no aunties, you just come in there and do whatever the fuck you want to. Ain't no telling how many motherfuckers she letting that cat on. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, come on in here, young man, and get you some of this old Kruger. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about? Then when she got breast cancer, you know what I'm saying? That knocked the game out like, damn, my titty done shriveled up to little dry raisins and shit. And then look, watch this. Do y'all remember this girl right here? Also a family member of Miss Teresa. She was on Lamon's side like she was one of the freedom fighters. Guess what her name is? Victoria Davis. You busted. You busted. Zach got them all on interview. So look, I won't even be surprised when they was sitting on that red couch, bruh. I bet you they were probably at Miss Teresa's house. They probably changed that furniture around, bro. Peas. I'm telling y'all, look, watch this. Check this out. Watch this. Let her explain the pool area. This something that I've been getting some emails about this. Right? I've been getting a lot of email about this, but it was from a couple of the same people. They were like, Trey Gang, you be mentioning the pool, but you need to go look into Mona Stacks and what she said about that pool, Trey Gang. And they were like, man, look, that lady suspect. And I'm like, I'm telling you she's suspect. They were like, but Trey Gang, you didn't watch the video. Go watch the video, and you was right. You was right about her. So I'm going to play the video. And I ain't even watched the whole video. But think about what I said about the pool. And think about what Miss Teresa said about the pool 3 and 4 in the morning and all that old type shit, right? You know what I'm saying? Y'all keep those lights rolling up, y'all. Get those lights up, gang. Cause look, when Trey Gang show y'all some old videos, it's finna make a lot of sense. You be like, damn, Trey Gang, you was a cold motherfucker. Cause you put all the videos together. And the way that you put it together, I don't even think you know the way you put it together was actually gold. Cause you basically just showed everybody movement in the hotel. Watch this, y'all. I'm muting my microphone. I'm gonna let this play, y'all, and I'll be back.
Let me talk about the pool and that whole Whitney Houston thing y'all wanted me to bring back and everything. Okay, I'm gonna try to do this fast, and I might have to do this in different parts because I'm getting fucked with today. Now, one, I'm gonna have to break this down. Let's take it from the beginning. So Kenneka was drugged, snatched up out the party. I feel like it could have been a struggle or whatever. So let's say they got the girl to the pool, right? She at the pool. And okay, no, stop. First of all, the picture's in the freezer. Let me get there. Let me explain that, then I'm gonna go back. The picture's in the freezer. When you see the pictures in the freezer, let's just take it that this is Kenneka Jenkins and that she is dead in the freezer. Let's take it, disregard everything I say about I feel like this body got life in it and all that stuff. Well, I'm gonna talk about that later when I can. I'm probably go live and talk about that, okay? So for right now, for this video's sake, for the people fucking with me, let me get this off my chest. So let's just take it like this. This picture in the freezer is Kenneka. She's dead and everything, okay? Boom, bam, boom. Look at the clothes. Her clothes are not pulled up on her properly. Like I just posted in that other video, I'm gonna put all the videos in the description. Please check the descriptions. Her clothes are not pulled up properly and the pockets are out. I need to say the pockets are out like right now before I forget, and the pockets are out. Okay, so now let's go back to the pool area. I asked in a video, where's the pool? People thought it was clickbait. That is not a clickbait video. I am dropping vital information. There's the Whitney Houston part 2. I think part 1 is in the description. Go check that out so y'all can catch up. I am... All right, so that's the part 2. But now, like I said, where's the pool? I was talking about the last bowel movement, and it's not a clickbait video. It's really okay, baby, it's really, you know, a video of me trying to share some things with you. So all right, I was trying to find a video. Okay, boom, right there. Where's the pool? Last bowel movement didn't happen. I think it's 2 videos when I was talking about that. So all right, now let's get to the pool. Say there's a struggle and everything. They got her to the pool, and here's the thing that's gonna really fuck you up. So I'm gonna need you to really listen. So Whitney Houston was naked in the tub. I feel like let's just say Kenneka Jenkins was naked in this pool, and they did whatever they had to do, and it was feces found in the pool. So could this have been where that girl took her last breath? In the pool, right? And she was butt naked, right? Okay, now I'm just yeah.
Don't it make sense if they was setting that girl up right and she was having a relationship with her own cousin? Won't you think some of her cousins that wanted her and she wasn't gonna let them hit, and they were like, well, since we setting up, we gonna give us a little bit too? Won't that would make sense why it would be any kind of activity like that with that girl, period, at a hotel with family? Not with just dudes on the street now, you know what I'm saying? Random dudes that was there, but we talking family, we talking cousins here. You see what I'm saying? It hit different now. This shit hit different. So what I'm basically telling y'all, y'all know she could be possibly related to the family. I don't know, but what I'm saying is she knew the business the whole time. So when shit hit the fan, she come with content like this.
Y'all wanted me to tell y'all what I was thinking. This is what I was thinking. So if she
That
was
ain't
in the
what you
pool
were
butt
thinking. This
naked
what you
and
know.
they, you know,
That ain't what you were thinking. That what you know.
did whatever they was gonna do to her, had some type of ritual or whatever. Okay, when that was over and they had to like stage the whole death or whatever, and her supposedly being in the freezer. Now this is why I was pointing out the clothes. Now think about it, when you get out the tub and your body and you don't dry off all the way and your body is still damp and you're trying to put your pants and clothes on, you know your clothes are sticking to you. So if this girl is dead in the freezer and she has no life in her, then you know she's not wiggling trying to squirm herself into these pants. Somebody else is putting them on her. So therefore, if her body's still wet and they're trying to pull the pants up, then they can't really just get it on her all the way, which would kind of explain why.
Introducing Grammarly like you've never seen before. Your all-in-one writing essential. Say hello to Humanizer, a tool that ensures that when you do use AI, it never sounds
You know, they wasn't fastened, that they, you know, wasn't pulled all the way up on her and all of that good stuff. It could explain that, because we were thinking like her clothes are off, somebody was molesting her and this and that and the other. Well, maybe they done that before they got to the freezer, because I have always told you I do not believe that anybody died in that freezer. I feel like those pictures are staged, and that's why I was saying I still feel like that body had life in it and that it was probably just heavily sedated. Okay, but by it being feces in the pool, and I'm questioning where's the last pool, somebody may have died in that pool. You get what I'm saying? But let me tell y'all something. Here's gonna be the trick. So you remember when I kept on asking like what was the little boy and the woman walking around the hotel for, and you remember the little boy had the little thing around his neck and everybody was like, oh, he went to the pool. And wrong, because that's not a floaty device. What floaty device go around your neck like that? That's one of those little pillow cushions that you have when you're traveling or in a business meeting or something like that, where you're gonna be sitting for a long time to keep your neck from hurting real bad. And I clearly passed the video, but it's like, what's the connection with these two or something? But you know what I'm saying? And so I honestly feel like that they were going to try to spin it to where the little boy had pooed in the pool, which I'm not buying that. Was the feces ever tested? Was any samples ran from the feces at the pool or what? Because y'all know the statement came out about the the pool was closed down because they had the feces in the pool and everything. And I truly believe, okay, right there, I need y'all go check that one out. And so I feel like they would try to spin it about the little boy probably pooed in the pool, but it not once did you see the little boy being just making sure my time's still running, because just 3 minutes ago it did something funky. So not once did you see in the footage that boy being wet, the woman being wet, and not once did it look like they was getting out of the pool or anything. But like I said, that is not a floaty device. That is one of those little neck cushion things. You know what I'm saying? And I wouldn't buy that. So the thing that leads me to believe that there was more than one person is because of the pictures in the freezer. I'm just not buying the pictures in the freezer. You know what I'm saying? I'm just not buying those pictures in the freezer, and nobody's buying the surveillance footage. But something happened at that pool, as I suspected. And it's rituals, pertaining to the pool and parties and stuff, and that's why I was drawn to the connection of Whitney and Kenneka, because that was what was going on with Whitney Houston. And as we know, that there wasn't an accident, and look at that case now. You get what I'm saying? It's people still trying to crack that case with all this evidence going on. Then I was comparing the room number to the time that Teresa kept saying, y'all gotta go back and watch the Whitney Connection part 1 and 2. Like I say, this gonna be the 2.5. And I was talking about all of that stuff because in the Santonic realm it's very numerical. They do.
So what I'm getting out of this, right? Out Miss Teresa mouth, they was cleaning out the pool between the hours of 3 and 4. Why would Miss Teresa say that? Cause they will place her at the crime scene in the midst of a cover-up, meaning that she will be in the pool with the police, and they taking Kenneka out the pool so they could stage a fucking freezer theory. But look,
everything based off numbers and stuff like that.
hold on, y'all. Watch how all this finna make sense, y'all. Please bear with me, cause boy, this stuff here, another relative. Look how she exposing.
It's going by.
Is this suspect that, hey, I know everything about the Kenneka Jenkins case, and I'm going to expose it a little bit at a time. But you really don't want justice. You got an agenda behind this shit. So you could basically tell the world what time it is. And she actually did. But the way that she told it is like in a conspiracy way. But here go another motherfucker.
Notorious. She okay, hold on. I'm trying to get all this so all I'm be going. So she has been going through this case concerning her son for what I am to believe is about 4 years, going on 4 years now. Okay, so the thing that happened was she's supposed to be charged with like child neglect, or endangerment or something like that. Now, in the other video when I was talking about her, I told y'all that the article has said that basically the test was inconclusive about the brain damage and the ankle and wrist, I guess hemorrhaging and breakage, you know what I'm saying? So
if you don't know the backstories about her last name is Davis. Victoria Davis. Guess who she gonna be related to when it comes to the Davis family? Uh-oh. Do y'all remember when Straight Drop went live? Y'all remember that lady came on my platform and she was like, yeah, Trey Gang, you telling the truth. Friends Cave, I'm the one that told Friends Cave about you and he sent you the letter. That same lady was on Straight Drop panel telling everybody about the pool. The Davisons was in the pool area. They killed her in the pool area. The Davisons. Remember that, y'all? Straight Drop went live. The lady, and that was Bigfoot. That was Bigfoot. Bigfoot even joined my platform talking about she a psychic. She seen this in the vision. And they were like the Davidson. Now think about this. Look what she was going through with her child. Child abuse. This related to Miss Teresa. That's why Miss Teresa had to call the protest out. Cause look how you linking all this back to the freedom fighters. Once you understand the truth, all of this don't sound crazy no more.
So that that sounds a little strange because it's too much equipment out here for you to tell me that you can't determine brain damage by MRI, CAT scan, something of that nature, and that you can't also detect break it, because I had a hairline fracture and trying to think of which one I broke first. My right leg, my right knee. And on the x-rays, you could not see it. So I had to get an MRI, and that's how they detected that one of the bones was, fractured and everything. So
that's what y'all need to know on her. She was a freedom fighter acting like she don't know Miss Teresa. She acting like I'm trying to get justice for her. You know what I'm saying? And actually, she knew what happened to Kenneka and posing. This is some crazy shit. Cause here go Lawrence Johnson. Won't this make sense now when it comes to organ harvesting? This how she talk when the truth come out. Look at her narrative.
They
watch this.
Bears and my case. Y'all know that. But not only with this case, but I have grown an obsession with the people that I have been stalking or lurking on their pages or whatever. So if your page is public, yes, I'm lurking on it all the time. And it's just like, some of the people that I really got attached to. And one of the guys, being this guy that got killed last week, up until earlier.
What you mean you got attached to? So you know these people. Now check this out. Y'all know this dude right here? That's Lawrence Johnson. The one that was at the front desk. With the pocket ticket. Look who his friend is. This who related to Miss Teresa. This who you seen coming in when you go to this. Rico Johnson, Blood Brothers, Xavier Johnson, Jonathan Johnson, and we got Lawrence Johnson. Lawrence Johnson got the pocket ticket on the 6th just like Miss Teresa do. You could trace the Jackson back to J Money. You could trace the Andersons back to Irene. You could trace the Johnson back to the Martin family. All these gonna link back to the Martin's family. Right? So when we talk about Lawrence Johnson, and don't you know Lawrence Johnson is who? Sound like he supposed to be an uncle or somebody. I don't know, cause man, y'all Uncle John. Look. Man, look. Let me do this shit.
I didn't know how he got killed or how he died, but I found out it was through a car crash and everything. And I started to post a video about this when it happened, but I didn't, but in the same sense, I personally kept looking into it so I can find out, like how he died or whatever. So he died of a car crash, and the thing about it is when I found his little obituary thing or, little thing where they were like paying respect to him, they were saying that he was an apprentice at A&R Leaks and Son, whatever you want to call it, which is the same funeral home that done Kenneka. And if y'all remember back in the day,
The same funeral home that had possession of the body in the beginning. That's how Leaks and Son name came up in the Kenneka Jenkins case. Cause that's what the funeral supposed to be. Till it got exposed. That's why Mr. Reese was trying to make it look like it's so hard for me to find a funeral. That's why it took so long for them to have a funeral. Cause the leaks got exposed. They were like, "No, you can't have it here because we got a history for corruption in this mother." I got pictures of Zach standing in front of Leaks and Son video. If you've been following me, man, and you've been on the journey with me, man, I know you probably jumping out your motherfucking seat right now like, man. Trey Gang, I see why you still going hard, because it's still shit need to be revealed. You can't just let this die. You can't. And then look, once you go to the obituary, it's finna go back to James Lamont Coleman. Now you finna see who is the Coleman. And this on his obituary. Look who he related to. LaShawn Jenkins. LaShawn Jenkins. Check this out, y'all. I pulled this shit up and went live. I said, look, y'all, I did everybody. I said, y'all remember these names? I said, look, I'm going to call them out. LaShawn Jenkins. I got a live video. It probably be like 5, 6 lives ago, maybe 10. Now you see it on his obituary. That worked at Leaks and Leaks, son. So you can't tell me that, man, Trey Gang, you a cold motherfucker. Now you finna link this shit back to James Coleman. You finna link this shit back to Tasha Jenkins. LaShawn Jenkins. Oh, so you mean to tell me when you go back to James Coleman, hold up. It get deeper and deeper. That's what I'm saying. That's why I refuse. Cause look, the shit that I went through in the back of the scenes. Y'all just know me. I just go live and Trey Gang just be spilling tea. Y'all know that's one thing about me. But y'all didn't experiment what I went through behind the scene. All the family members reach out to me. All those motherfuckers that came to me proposing like, yeah, Trey Gang, I'm going to tell you the truth. I got the inside connection and all of this. So, look, if you go to my channel right now and scroll all the way down to when I got the letter from the security guard and start from that video and work your way back up to this video, you're going to be like, damn. Trey Gang, that means the family gave you tea. That means the people that were actually helping you was the family member trying to expose other family members. And it's a family beef between these bastards, so they exposing each other. And they exposing each other through me because Trey Gang see the light but don't understand, like, damn, he paying attention to the time. And once he pay attention to the time, now you see why. Like, damn, he said, look who on the footage at that time. Family. Look who on the footage at that time. They done locked the whole hotel down just for the family. Remind y'all, Mr. Reese said out her own mouth, I've been throwing parties for Kenneka and my children since they was babies at hotels. Once you got the plug on the hotel, been doing this for years and decades. We ain't gonna say years, we gonna say for decades. That's like 10, goddamn it, 20 years, right? it would make sense why the hotel would allow you to do, because maybe one time one of those bosses came and you were like, you can make a lot of money bringing these little fine little young tenderonis in here. And we just want they bloods, and you know, then let me put you on something, Mr. Reese. Look, you can make a lot of money. Oh, this is some kid. We need your titties. My titties, yeah, we'll say, you know, you got cancer in them motherfuckers, you know what I'm saying? We'll cut them out, but we'll give you new boobs, though. Hold on. Let me play this video. Everybody go look up at James Coleman. And don't y'all know Rhonda Cole? Do y'all remember Austin Cole? The girl. They were talking about the Antonio and Vet Evans. The little red chick scripper out of Las Vegas. Why is you leaking this shit back to all of these people with their real names? That's all I got to say. Look. Once you read the police report, since they want to give you the nicknames and shit, and once you find out they real name, look what it look like. Damn, the Coleman, Jane Coleman. I know what Jane Coleman. So damn, Jane Coleman got to know some shit just like the Jenkins know some shit. So that means I want to know is goddamn it, Jedediah was related to the Colemans, and when he changed his name to Brown. And you will see why, like, damn, you know, it's like, damn, cause look who Jedediah, don't y'all know who Jedediah, your parents is, and his family? Hold on, y'all, let me just play this video, y'all.
When Chosen them was on the case, you know, they did.
I'm finna rewind this, and so y'all can see what the fuck going on here.
You know, but in the same sense, I personally kept looking into it so I can find out, you know, like how he died or whatever. So he died of a car crash, and the thing about it is when I found his little obituary thing, or, you know, little thing where they were like paying respect to him, they were saying that he was an apprentice at A&R Leaks and Son, whatever you want to call it, which is the same funeral home that done Kenneka. And if y'all remember back in the day when Chosen them was on the case, you know, they did the whole thing about A&R Leaks and so on and so forth.
Told you.
At the same time, when they was talking about the Geneva situation, another family was making noise about that being their child too.
Guess who Geneva gonna be? Watch this, y'all. Check this out. This is actually some crazy shit here. Do I gotta pull it up? I thought I pulled it up. Yes, I do right here. Y'all see this? Do this make sense now? Oh, god damn it. I don't. Hold on. Wait a minute, y'all. 1 second. Now, y'all see Kenneka? Look, watch this. Y'all see Kenneka, right? All right. Hold on. Give me 1 second. I got to pull something else up. I think it's all the way down. Hold up a little bit. Got to find that jump. 1 second, gang. Let me play this video.
So if y'all don't remember when Shatika Crump little obituary thing, or, you know, little thing where they were like paying respect to him, they were saying that he was an apprentice at A&R Leaks and Son, whatever you want to call it, which is the same funeral home that done Kenneka. And if y'all remember back in the day when Chosen them was on the case, you know, they did the whole thing about A&R Leaks and so on and so forth. Well, at the same time, when they was talking about the Geneva situation, another family was making noise about that being their child too.
Damn, I know what I did, y'all. It's this picture right here. I got to edit this picture back in this original flow mat. So let me see. Nah, I already saved it like that. God damn. Put it like this here. When they were talking, y'all remember when King Rob used to mention Geneva Knox? Geneva Knox. Once you go to Geneva Knox was actually a real person. Once you go to Geneva Knox, you're gonna be like, damn, look what. Go to Chicago News and look up Geneva Knox. You got your story, right? This girl right here is not Kenneka. No. But she was going by the name Neva. Neva. Sometime Geneva Jenkins. And I'm gonna show you this on Chloe page, cause Chloe, that's where I got it from, Chloe page. See this picture, I edited this picture cause I edited all the writing out, cause Chloe had her name all on the motherfucker, but it had Geneva on there. I'm gonna show it to y'all. I didn't go up page to confirm it, and this would make sense when she said this.
So if y'all don't remember when Shatika Crump came up, you know, it was probably because, you know, y'all was focused on what they were saying about.
Now y'all remember when King Rob was like, hey, that's Kenneka right there in the casket. I mean, this girl right here. This girl was already dead. Been dead way before Kenneka died, right? But she related to the family. She related to the family. And when they sacrifice you in the way, they put your hair in this way. It's the same fucking hairstyle. It's a ritual. It's a fucking ritual. You can find this girl on Irene page. Go to Irene Roberts right now. She got it on her back wall. She got her, Little T.Y., Rico, them, all them. Cause I was like, damn, when Rico died, why Bree like crying and shit at the front? Man, did y'all see when Bree cried like a motherfucker when Rico died? I'm like, damn, why they? I'm like, damn, that's just like, damn. If I'm dating a lady and you mean to tell me I died, my lady family sister just crying, oh shit, Trey, like, take me with you. You gonna be like, damn, what the fuck going on with that move? So look how they been doing this shit. What if you look at her case and her last name Crump? And when I looked at Miss Teresa background, you finna find out the Crumps, the Anderson, especially the Turnals. When I say the Turnals, you better look who the Turnals is. I'm calling names because I'm not finna get striked by showing y'all information, addresses, phone numbers, jobs, court documents, lawsuits, criminal charges. I got all this shit. I got all this shit. When I say I got all that shit, she family. Guess how she died? Nobody don't know. I know. I know how she died. Now I understand the hairstyle. It's all the same thing. Shit. Look, you wanna see how much they got going on? Watch how much they got going on. Watch this.
Geneva Knox. But at the same time, Shatika Crump, Kenneka, and if y'all remember back in the day when Chosen them was on the case, they did the whole thing about A&R leaks and so on and so forth. Well, at the same time, when they was talking about the Geneva situation, another family was making noise about that being their child too. So if y'all don't remember when Shatika Crump came up, it's probably because, y'all was focused on what they were saying about Geneva Knox. But at the same time, Shatika Crump's family was also making noise saying that looked like her off up in Kenneka's casket as well.
Now, there was a part of the plan. Cause if you just heard what she just said, Kenneka Crump is Kenneka family member. So they want you to believe like, yeah, look how this shit sound like now. It's all family. Now y'all see who the bigger conspiracy theorists out there? The goddamn family. And share this life and wake these bitches up with this. That's why I ain't soft about this shit, bro. That's why I ain't cared about how motherfucker felt about this shit when it come to the Kenneka Jenkins case. Cause I know my research, bro. I'm like, man, I might be off track a little bit, but the coming to find out my whole investigation, I was never off track. It just to show you that, man, they tried to play Trey game. And Trey Gang, you know what I'm saying? When they tried to play Trey Gang was peeping this shit. Was peeping this shit, bro. And once that man peeped that shit, bro, all them bitches scattered. And once they scattered, they was so scared, I still didn't even know everything. That's the crazy part about it, cause the shit that I did some research, them motherfuckers swear up and down. Oh, man. And the whole time I'm like, man, shit, it was a bluff game. I just read the reports. And so so when I read the reports, so I was like, well, shit, this how y'all gonna have to do it like this. This how y'all gonna have to do it like this. This would be the hotel part. This would be the reason for the time would be skipping on this part. This would be the reason why I would be seeing this shit. But why would I be seeing this shit if I be hearing Mr. Reason talking about, and you say you her friend? I let y'all in my house. Y'all ate my food and you know what I'm saying and all of this shit. That sound like an auntie. Her nieces come over. No wonder why King Rob and them said what they said. That's why I never gave up. This is the reason why I never gave up. Cause of this connection right here alone.
So what stuck out to me is that the young man that got killed, rest his soul, and I'm telling y'all, that really touched me because, like, I literally just watched him get married in August. You know what I'm saying? Like, well, they renewed their vows. I'll put it like that because they got married in 2017 in October. And then in August, on the 28th, if I'm not mistaken, they had like the big ceremony in Seattle. Like Cocky and all them flew out there and they had their ceremony. So that is what I'm getting to. This guy is Cocky's right-hand man. Well, one of them at least, Cocky's right-hand man. And for him to work at that funeral home, it stuck out to me because even though he wasn't a part of the party, doesn't mean that he wasn't a part of the after fact. And, you know, a lot of people might have an issue with me speaking on the dead, but I'm like, dang, it wasn't until the boy got killed in the car crash till we found out this information. And I feel like it is, you know, vital to what happened in this case, because here we are with a party goer that, you know, admits that he was there.
Keep this in mind, Lawrence Johnson, Mr. Reese people. Look who they connected to. That's all I just want y'all to see. Same dude with the pocket ticket at the front desk, talking to the front desk.
There and so on and so forth is right hand man's with, someone that could have possibly been around Kenneka's body or whatever have you. When it got to the A&R leak situation, the big ordeal about the body in the casket, and it looked like they had swapped the caskets out, and the whole funeral thing, the headstone, all that good stuff. That puts one of the party goers associates in a position to be able to benefit them. So that's why I thought that was important to bring this up. And like I said, I started to post on it the other day when it happened, because I saw it early that morning around about 9 something, and I think that the wreck happened about 7 something the morning that I saw it. And I was really sad about it, because I had been following these people for a long time, just lurking on their pages. And like I said, it really hurt it, because I just watched them.
So that just showed me that you know where to go and know where to look, because you know where to look at. The public don't know where to look, but you do. So let me find that goddamn picture with Zach. Hold on. With Zach at the funeral home. And tell me when I show y'all this picture, bro, you got to share this. It's a receipt. This like the jury, goddammit. Yeah, we got the receipts. We got the suspects. You know what I'm saying? It connected right here. Leaks' son funeral home. And you got Zach there. Who will be taking pictures throwing the same signs like the family do in front of Leaks' son funeral home? And everybody want to know, yeah, Zach got those interviews. Thanks, Zach, we got those interviews. And guess what? Those interviews is very criminating now. So once you know this, boy, now you'll be like, damn, that's why that shit sounds so coached with peas and shit. Oh, no wonder why they agreed to talk to Zach and nobody else. Now, we don't want to talk to no other YouTuber, no outlet. We want to talk to Zach. No wonder. Shit, no wonder. Look at everybody in this goddamn photo here. That's all. Just look at this photo. Look at everybody that would be throwing gangs. Once you look at this, look at the FBI. This is what the FBI do. Snapshot your ass like boom. We got him, you know. So he could be a part of something. He could have been wanted for a murder or did something. He could be a pedophile or something. Peeping Tom ass nigga. You know what I'm talking about? He might be into cocktails selling bricks. He could be with him, and you know what I'm saying, like shit like that. You know him, he a sugar daddy. So this probably was how all the young girls would come up, Miss, come here girl, you know what I'm saying, you look like Debbie cake. You know what I'm talking about, all chocolate and cream and shit. You ever had some sprinkles to go on that shit? You know what I'm talking about? Hit you with one of those old men like damn. Then you in the car like damn. I'm in a car with this nigga. This nigga told me he ain't no square. You might look at him and sugar. Yeah, he got some money, girl. Let me try him. And done jumped in that motherfucking car with a real player. Fuck you talking about? Bitch, you thought this shit came from, you thought that outfit came from the goddamn, the drip store, bitch? You must don't know your fashion. Oh, this Versace. Look at the shoes. That man finna kill the game. Man, if you see a nigga with these pair of shoes, it's certified, bitch. I stomped 10 toes down on the bitch with these. By the way, bitch, these snake skins. Yeah, bitch, these snake skin, bitch. Oh, these hoes bite, bitch. You know what I'm talking about? When I scroll, bitch, these hoes striking a bitch. Yeah, I can see it now. Like, look, man, look. Fuck that. You see how everybody shoes? Them running shoes. You know what I'm saying? Nigga got these shoes on. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Case any, nah, him. You finna hear him. That man finna sound like a horse coming down the hallway. Gonna hear that nigga come down the hallway like, girl, who is that? Turn around, it's him. With these motherfuckers on. I always keep that one hand in that pocket, got none but change in that motherfucker. This pocket got, you know what I'm saying, a couple of $100. That goddamn back wallet, when you make that nigga look, you see that bump in that motherfucker, they go to bump. This where you need to be reaching, bitch. That's how you know when you got a real bitch, you know what I'm saying? The real bitch know to hit that ass. Yeah, let me get that word is that. The average bitch go for the change. That's why you keep that pocket in their hand like, yeah, bitch, you hear that changing, I got money. I know an old pimp when I see one, you know what I'm talking about. Look at this shit. God damn. Oh, we gonna find Kenneka Jenkins. Oh, it makes sense now. And this got to make sense. Yeah, y'all come to my true crime TV show. Like and subscribe right now if you digging this shit. Like and subscribe if you digging this shit right now, man. Let's play the role.
With that beautiful ass wedding ceremony, and now he's dead, and they really kind of mess with me, even though I don't know these people, but they're fucks with me, period. But
I'm lying, bitch. You know why it's fucking with you. You know, I'm talking about like it's bothering your spirit. Yeah, it need to. You know what I'm about?
I did find it, kind of strange that he worked at A&R Lee's and Son, whatever you want to call it. And, it was a lot of commotion and confusion about what went on at this funeral home. And we was wondering why. Well, now we know why, because they had inside connections to that specific funeral home via one of the party goers. So I'ma just put some stuff here and let you all read it at your own pace, because I probably scroll through some of the things kind of fast and everything. So I'm gonna just put some stuff up here at the end of the video, and you can read more about the guy and what the people had posted about him. On one of the little pages that I had came across that was, showing respect to him or whatever. And like I said, this is Cocky's, right-hand man. So I'm quite sure he's affiliated with other party goers that were at the party that's also affiliated with Cocky and his circle. So I don't know what y'all want to take from this. You know, I felt like it was something kind of fishy. I feel like this could be a missing piece to the puzzle. So, you know, I'll see y'all down in the comments, and y'all let me know what y'all think about this and how y'all feel about this. And if you want to, you know, stick around a little longer, I'm going to put up the, you know, the little passage that they made about him, and just some random pictures of him and, you know, a party goer or two. So thank y'all for watching.
Now watch how we really finna bust them up. Now look, y'all see this? World News. Now think about this. Y'all know World News reached out to Trey Gang. And y'all know when he reached out to Trey Gang, y'all know what he sent me and what I told y'all. Look, this what World News sent me, y'all, and I'm finna share it with y'all. But look at this video 8 years ago. Watch this, y'all, about Straight Drop. Crazy shit ever. And finna expose.
Alright, we got random news. And we also got the Empire. Alright. People are probably asking why do I do the things I do? Because I just do. Alright. I do what the fuck I want, how I want, when I want. They want to hate, we gonna take over. When you type in y'all names, it'll come up to me first. You feel me? And why I do it is because of they frauds, alright? Y'all wanna know who, alright. Alright, let me show you my screen. Y'all see my screen, alright? Grumpy Dog, this is Grumpy Dog, alright? Grumpy Dog was the one with the zip tie that gave to Dr. Ali. Also, uploads, sometimes laughter. 6 months ago before, alright, let me show you my screen. Y'all see my screen, alright? Grumpy Dog, this is Grumpy Dog, alright? Grumpy Dog was the one with the zip tie that gave to Dr. Ali. Also, uploads, sometimes laughter. 6 months ago before the fake news tubers came out, alright? That's how they came about. They are Grumpy Dog. It's 2 women and a guy, alright? 2 women and a guy. The guy name is Raphael. Raphael is the guy who's doing that random news shit, alright?
Now you see what's happening there?
That's
See
what
how
it
your
is.
boy just threw my name in the air and just said I'm somebody that I'm not. He has no proof to anything he just said, but he's just throwing it in the air like he did with Gray Hughes because he bases his research off of bullshit. Okay, he just told you Gray Hughes was a millionaire ball guy. We all know that wasn't true, but yet he ran with that fucking story like a moron. Now he's trying to say I'm some grumpy dog dude or fake news tubers. The dude has no idea who I am, and it drives him nuts.
I want to know, like, why people are doing that. Like, why are people, like, guesstimating and then they're saying that people are certain people and
Keep this in mind. Random News. Random News made Trey Gang videos, right? He done made videos about Trey Gang and try to make me sound illiterate. But now we know his name is Raphael. That's what I learned about Raphael. Random News need to come clean. Random News got to come clean, cause check this out. When it come to this shit, they all family members, and I got your family tree.
they don't even have any truth whatsoever to prove what their claim is of on who the person is. And why does it mean so much for a person to actually know who a person is? My next question would have to be, okay then, what the hell are you gonna do if you do know exactly who a person is? And what justifies whatever that you plan to do about a person? I'm lost.
And so he's gonna say whatever he wants to say just to try to get people to fucking believe his bullshit. But what you can't say is that he's not a fraud. He He just made a fraud random news page. That's the definition of being a fraud. He just exposed himself. But again, he got a bunch of sheep followers that are just making excuses of why he's making fraud pages because he's a fraud. He's never done anything original. This dude sits there and he's making money off a girl's death. He just stole my page. I mean, when you steal somebody's page, that's like seeing another dude in a picture with your girlfriend. You know what I mean? Well, I guess you do know what I mean. So,
damn, I guess Straight Drop do know exactly what he means by there being another dude in the picture with his girl. Damn. Now I had to sit back and just hey yo, what the fuck, man? This shit is too much right here, yo.
You know what I mean? Well, I guess you do know what I mean. So, let's do this, alright? I want you to keep that fraudulent page you got up.
So don't that explain why they would be beefing with each other, calling out each other real names and exposing each other on the Kenneka Jenkins case? I'm just letting y'all know. Won't that explain the lie? Why you got? And then look, everybody already know, not world news. That's the same dude that sent you. Like, yeah, you know, Kenneka got a twin, Trey Gang. I want to reach out to you. I want to send you a lot of screenshots so you'll know the truth. And guess what I'm revealing right now? So now you know, damn, world news. That's why you try to hit Trey Gang with that, boy. You fucked up when you did that move. Man, you fucked up. Cause now we know, boy, you is goddamn it involved in the Kenneka Jenkins and your name came up with the boys. You is a dude living a double life and living with a boy. You stay with a boy and you was on the 11th floor with your boy. Y'all had a room together on the 11th floor. And I'ma let Uncle Fed tell it. Shit, when they call, when Uncle Fed got the phone call, when you on the phone with the trans on the footage. Shit, man, I need Uncle Fed in this motherfucker at this point. I'm gonna need Uncle Fed in this motherfucker, man. I'm finna just, you know what? I'm just finna fuck it. Shit, the shit that this is what I've been waiting on. This is why I never gave up. Just imagine if Trey Gang got the letter and just kept it like that. Man, we'll still be in the goddamn rabbit hole. Man, I'm finna expose some goddamn world news, cause that mean goddamn it shit. You was fucking with those boys. That's why you had to shut up Straight Drop and defend Raphael. Random news. So that's probably why you call yourself world news and he call himself, yeah, I'm gonna call myself random news. So y'all basically were talking about, yeah, look, we need to figure out how we're gonna control this Kenneka Jenkins shit, man. Look. I'm gonna make my channel. I'm gonna call it Random News. Yeah, what you think I should call mine? Shit. You know what I'm saying? Booty news. You know what I'm saying? Now I can't use booty news because they gonna expose me. I'm gonna tutti fruity. Like, well, what you think? Now I'm gonna just call you World News because your booty will open up to the world. God. It's like a map on Call of Duty. What you want to play? Yeah. Let me get the left side of the cheek. We going in. We're gonna start from the bottom and work our way to the top, Jack. Yeah, can we get a bomb? You know what I'm saying? All I'm saying, y'all. So that's why this sound like all these niggas got an agenda where news fuck with boys And then when you listen to Random New, he sound a little suspect too, cause how the way he be talking, like it's a little sweet and low in this sugar tank. That ain't no octane. And the show ain't no goddamn 87 unleaded. I don't know what these niggas gas and they got goddamn whips up there, cause it sound like it's a secret gas station. Like, yeah, let me get me some. Yeah, how much can I get a $20 in sugar in my tank? Yeah. You know. Watch this, y'all.
I want you to keep that fake page up, and I want you to keep my avatar on that fake page. Time you and your subs go to that fake page, they all know that you're a fraud, okay? And Patrick, or Drop, Sweet Dicks, whatever you want to be called,
John Thompson. Why would you call yourself John Thompson? And we already know about little T.Y. Thompson. Don't that ring a bell now? Don't that ring a bell now? Hold up, wait a minute. You got John Thompson on this John, right? I know what you mean about John Thompson. Hold on, no, not this one. Not that one. But this one. Family members. Payo! All he did was just use one of his relative names. Telling y'all, boy, these folks, this is what black folks do. Run the game on the motherfucker that you don't want their secrets get exposed. Got Brandon Jackson. This related back to who? J Money Jackson, Sierra Jackson. Better check out the Jackson, the Thomas, and the Davidsons. All I can tell you. I bet no YouTubers ain't finna touch on this type of shit here. This shit too explicit. Hell nah, that shit too explicit. Let me get that out of there. Look, that shit finna be too explicit because she the one renting the room with Mr. Reese's little gay ass nephew. Like Mono. So guess who was trying to expose the trans? Marco News. So you got Random News, World News, and Marco News. Boy, that sound like a bunch of thunder booty done clicked up, ain't it? Hold on, let's play some more of this shit. Cause I could go all night with this shit. Cause look, I gotta break all of this down. Cause once you play that footage again, I bet you're gonna hit different because you're gonna be like, damn, Trey ain't exposed him on the footage. Then he got video that he made that everybody on the move. That's finna explain what happened at one something to Kenneka. And that finna show Mitch Reese like, Mitch Reese, you done lied to us the fucking whole time, bitch. Even for the ones that's following her, that man, they could be some die hard. They finna turn they back now. Oh no, Mitch Reese, now we. And guess what? Mr. Reese got 1 million family members. Guess what? They finna come in like flies and make it look like it's a public. It's so many. It finna be like when they flood, like the chat or some, or you know what I'm saying. You gonna think, you know what I'm talking about? Yeah, let me get $20 on Pump Tutti Frutti, please. Yeah. What you say? Damn, man, you got more Joe than I do. Yeah, let me get about $20 on Tutti Frutti, please. Watch this, y'all.
Thomas. Well, wait a second. What's this drop?
John Thomas.
Anyway.
Little John Thomas. Hey, yo, I'm dead right now with the motherfucking John Thomas, boy. John Thomas a motherfucking fool, lady.
Keep your phone.
They let y'all know, they know that ain't even straight drop name. He changed his name to John Thomas. John fucking Thomas. If I was the police and pull a nigga over and you tell me your name John Thomas, man, I'ma draw my motherfucking weapon. Get out the car. Man, you gotta get out the car at this point. This shit finna get serious. Yeah, this shit finna make, goddamn it, this shit finna make the news. This nigga told me his name was John Thomas. This shit finna go viral, Jack. Fucking with Trey Gang, what? Hey, yeah, can you roll the window down? Yeah, he got his tongue out and shit. You see how he got his tongue out? Look at the goals in his mouth, like, damn, that nigga, them ain't even gold. Man, that man got some aluminum foil in that motherfucker and creased them bitches. Man! Then that nigga got his tongue out like that. The way you got that sleeping out your mouth, that's the booty tip. Like, yeah, yeah. Yeah, that's suspect. Man, that man got some goddamn cigarette gold paper in his mouth with the Newport at the bottom and make that nigga look like look at this shit, bro. Look at the gap. You see that shit? That's aluminum foil. But this was y'all favorite YouTuber at one point in time. Yeah, straight drop. When you going last? Sticking their little tongue out because he like, yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Main one fucking with those boys. Cause look, check this out. Happy birthday. I made it to 35. John Thompson. June 21st. You mean to tell me Patrick the Coso Brown?
Unfortunately, page up drop, okay? You're doing a great job with not telling everybody you're a fraud. You're a clown. And you play right into this like a fiddle.
Motherfucking John Thomas, like what the fuck? Yo, I'm about to check the John Thomas show. Hey yo, what the fuck? Hey yo, I was halfway through the video and shit. I was like, let me go ahead and stream it, then I'm gonna run it back. You know what I'm saying? But when I got to the John Thomas part, I literally just dropped the blunt and shit, man. I'm gonna have to step the fuck outside on this one right here, man. I'm gonna have to smoke and chat on this one. Damn, but then I'm gonna have to look a little deeper into motherfucking John Thomas before he try to damn delete the page type of shit. He might try to deactivate it. That's the Facebook lingo. Patrick might try to deactivate his page.
And I'm gonna keep.
And then called the man Patrick. So he knew the man was named Patrick 7 years ago. That's why he laughed like, yeah, we need to find out who John Thompson is. But keep this in mind. We know that last name Thompson go back to the family. And it goes straight back to Miss Teresa. No wonder why Miss Teresa let Straight Drop have the platform. When it comes to her daughter death, and look at all the bullshit that he put out there. Now, that's the scary part about it. Because that man done gained a following out of that. And boy. Watch this.
Keep making videos over here. We're just gonna keep bringing the truth out over this side. And I know you're not gonna like it. And guess what? I don't give a fuck. Okay? Nobody cares about you, Patrick. You're clout is your clout. You can keep your clout. We don't need clout over this side. And anybody watching this video, download this video, upload it to your page, monetize it, make money off it. Okay? Make money off of this clown. Just like he makes money off of Kenneka.
And I looked that name up, and guess what that name come back to? Y'all want to know what that name came back up to? I looked both of these names up, and I was like, wow. Go on Facebook right now and go look that name up. Right now, go on Facebook, look that name up right now. You'll see exactly what I'm talking about. Watch this.
Okay? And everybody can share this video. And if you want to share my avatar, put my avatar on your page to show this clown that he got no power over anybody. And you can send your people over here to strike the channel down. Okay? You can strike the channel to the point that it's non-existent. Doesn't matter. The message is out there, bro. You're a fraud. Okay? You're never gonna see my face. This is not about me. And
I'm looking for John Thomas ass right now. That's what I'm doing.
Now, if you look at all of this, check this out. If you look at all these people, you'll be like, damn. They really showed their face? Especially her and her? Hold on, you mean she showed her face? All right, let me show you who that could possibly be right quick. Hold on. Watch this. Look, bro. Where you at? Where you at? All right. You see what I'm saying? Now, when you do your research, you're going to be like, God damn. They really showing their face out here. But that ain't not ring. But if you do your research, and you'll be like, wait a minute. They really showing their face out here? Hold up. Do y'all remember Bernard Bradley? Bernard Bradley, right? Watch this. If you remember when Irene said, y'all want to know who put her in the freezer? Bernard Bradley. That's the one that killed her. Y'all thumb me up right now. Right now. You see that post. Because when you do, here go the mammy right here. Letha Bradley. Guess who she related to? The fucking pastor that said Kenneka was sacrificed. Miss Teresa is sacrifice. And guess who she related to? Miss Teresa. Hi, y'all. Andre Williams. That's why I recorded this. Look. This when Irene said, yeah, Bernard Bradley, you know what I'm saying? Boom. And they had, I remember seeing his report's name in the statement and mysteriously disappeared. Now I see why. Cause of her. And this the same lady that joined Trey Gang. She didn't even join my platform. She was in my comment telling me, I'ma sue your ass. You better stop talking about this cat. I said, well, bitch, you gonna have to sue me then. And come with it. And didn't even hear from the bitch again. Bitch talking about she finna send me a order sis and sis letter to shut me up. And she finna get it turned like I'm finna be like, oh, okay. I'm sorry. I don't mean to cause no trouble around here. But you better get your old ass and sit your old ass down somewhere before you get hit on top of the head with this pie stick. And then look. Don't it make sense now? Him. Andre Williams. See that? That's all I need. Right here, just to show you her picture. And when it comes to the early in the beginning, people made videos about her child. And notice, look, she had 11 mutual friends with me. So look, so I was like, bam, let me record this in case, because how the way she came out strong, I knew she was going to come out strong on me. Y'all see it go back to Cole? That's why I clicked on this page. I said, okay, boom. I'm finna click, boom, go to this and see what's going on. So that's why I clicked on this shit. I ain't just clicking just to be clicking for nothing. I'm clicking on these people because this was information that was led to me. Bam. Him. See that how they go back to Charles Harris? Look. Another motherfucker that was at the protest. Him. At the protest with Jedediah and them. Look, they go Mr. Reese and them all at the protest, bruh. You see this? And that's when Mr. Reese was like, yeah, go bail those people out. When they asked her on the news who you were bailing out, he was supposed to be one of the ones they supposed to be bailing out, and he staging like he got locked up. Like they done staged Lamont getting locked up. They done staged when Lamont and Mr. Reese are going to the hospital. You see what I'm saying? That's why I record this shit, bro. That's why I look. Cause if I didn't record this shit, bro, nobody won't never see this shit. Even if a YouTuber or anybody will, let me dig in the Kenneka Jenkins case. What you gonna find? Nothing. But the shit that's left on YouTube, you ain't even finna get the authentic paperwork. You ain't even finna get the surveillance footage, the whole surveillance. You ain't finna get none of this shit. Everything they left out here, check this out. They put the truth out there and took all the truth and put the propaganda up there. So now you got what? Mitch Reese at the protest. No justice, no peace. Then you got Jedediah out there. Yeah, release the tape. Then you got all this shit going on. Look, that's why I record this shit. That go back to Nora Harris. So when they go back in the beginning when Irene was like, yeah, y'all want to know who put up Bernard Bradley, put in the freezer. Then Bernard Bradley is the same one that's calling himself Cornell Mitchell. He had to change his name to Cornell Mitchell because look who his mammy is. I got the bitch mammy here and she friends with who? Everybody. Shit, I know I wasn't crazy, bro. I know I wasn't crazy. I said, man, I got to say, look, they go the insurance lady. Ain't that the insurance lady? Trey ain't trying to expose this insurance lady right here. I looked that lady up. Once I looked all these folks up, I'm like, y'all, all them family members. I'm talking about all these family. Look. If you look, they go to Harry, they go Mitch Reese and them. Bam. I'm recording this shit because I'm like, man, I'm noticing a lot of Mitch Reese people starting to delete me off their friend list or block me. So let me record the little shit that I got. You know what I'm saying? Let me see how I go back to the Watkins, the Wilsons. You see what I'm saying? Everybody you finna see on this junk, you finna be like, man, I should have did that little research what Trey Gang was saying. That's why I had to record this shit, bro. That's why when I used to go live and I was like, look, y'all. I was like, man, look, I got people. Y'all remember when I talked about Rashad Gates? They go to Gates right there. Diamond Gates. Right here, Diamond Gates. They finna get mad at this. Look, they go Lisa Brown. That's why I had to scroll all of this, because I was like, damn, nobody ain't gonna believe me. So let me just take a video and show y'all this. You can pause it, stop it, and look at everybody that's mutual friends with me. Everybody, oh, Marcus G. Hold on. That's not the crime chaser, is it? Watch this, y'all. The crime chaser. Right here. Whoa. The one that be on this. And guess what his name? Martin Johnson. So, when you look at that Johnson, why you think he would be the first one at murder scenes and shit when it come to the Kenneka Jenkins case? I mean, look, if he related to, I'm telling y'all, bruh. Whoa. Watch this. Check this out.
I'm thumbing through this shit right now. I'm trying to see exactly who the fuck this John Thomas guy really is.
And fraud pages on Facebook and everything else. You're a clown, bro. And I want you to know you're a clown. So good luck with your random news site. I hope you succeed. I hope you get a ton of subs on it. Okay? But until then, you and your subs, fuck off.
Oh my goodness. Hey, listen, man. Let me run this back.
Of my documentary. I decided to still make a documentary, but at the same time, to restore the name of Kenneka Jenkins from what these YouTubers have done to it. Now, what you need to understand is that these people are real people. They're not reality show stars. They're not actors. They're real people.
They real family.
These people live in a very dangerous city.
Family.
To sit there and accuse people of murder without really knowing for sure if that's what's going on there is a pretty dangerous thing to do in a place like Chicago.
So y'all clearly see what the beef about. Straight Drop talking too much, telling everybody what's going on, right? Then you got this shit. Then you could trace him back to what? Watch this. If you could trace Straight Drop, his real name, Patrick Brown, from where? New York. And that's where Planet of the Fakes from? New York. Not only he from New York, guess who else be in New York? Hold up. Him. So he from New York, related to Shemaya, Straight Drop related to Shemaya, and the housekeeping, little me. It would make sense when you follow Straight Drop and you remember all this narrative. Even the lady said, yeah, that dude, that Shemaya, he was at the hotel that night too. And Straight Drop talking about, yeah, I contacted that guy. You know what I'm saying? She was like, why you contacted that guy? That man from New York. He was a part of a murder. So look, why you think Straight Drop was coming out with cell phone footage of video in the hotel? Who would it come from? Him? Fuck you talking about? You see that? 154 Keys would get, yeah, they go to beverage manager choking Kenneka out by the ice machine. Not only that, what about that video? They walking through the kitchen. Look, they walking through the kitchen and you got 54 Keys like, y'all, Irene told Monique, girl, now you gotta confess something. Now they walking in the kitchen. It makes sense where you get that video from. Him would be collaborating with Straight Drop. Then Shemaya got the phone conversation with him, explaining what would be happening in the room. Makes sense to me. It make totally sense to me. Not only that, then you go back to Planet of the Fakes. From the same goddamn look. All family members. Planet of the Fakes. Alright, I'm gonna exit out of this joint. And I'm gonna scroll down to this. I don't even want to play that. That John there. Back up. I heard.
Let's get into it.
Right on the money. See that? Right on the money.
Look, y'all. Look, y'all. Look, y'all. Look, y'all. Look.
What the fuck are we looking for? What are we looking at? I mean, if you obviously gotta tell a person 3 or 4 times to look at some shit, they're not even trying to look. They don't even want to look. If you gotta keep telling them over and over again, they just don't want you fucking with them. They don't want you bothering them. They don't want you pestering them. They don't even want to hear your fucking voice. That's how fucking bad.
Hey, that's, man, what you said, London. You said their job was to blame the hotel. That's facts. And the distraction from the truth. The truth is the family working with the hotel. So that's why they're gonna blame the hotel. Think about it. Think about what's going through Miss Teresa man and the family. They were so scared, right? Watch this. Mike, Larry, Kenneka Jenkins. This how scared they was. If you go to Mike Larry channel, right? Let me go to Mike Larry when Mike Larry was talking about he had Lewis Chamberlain on his platform talking about it's a video what's happening to Kenneka in the room. So we were like, he had everybody believing they got a video they finna expose what happened to her in the room. They forgot about, well, damn, if they're gonna show that, then if you beat her up in the room, then it did all that and that happened in the room. Is the video gonna show what happened when you bring her out the room? You see what I'm saying? So I'm like, so shit, the video still gonna tell the truth, regardless. So with that being said, right? Matter of fact, let me just go to my video. It'll make sense. Watch this, y'all. Watch how my video finna hit real different when I put all the timestamps together. When Trey Gang put all the timestamps together, now we finna stamp the truth. With this right here, hold up, let me find the perfect video, cause I got plenty of videos that I put the timestamp all together in one sequence. In one sequence, I put that shit together, bro, and just showed you the movement. I can start it off with this one. This just gonna show you later on that night. I need to show y'all. Man, we can start that bitch from her to her. Matter of fact, let me start it from her. Let me start it from right here. Watch how this finna hit different, gang. I guarantee you. Watch this. Yup. Now you see this? Now watch how they movement. Now you know that's why you got the translator in there. Boom, cause that's who that dude gonna be rapping with. So that trans gonna be rapping with Livernoir, I mean not Livernoir, but Irene cousin, Jarvis Anderson. That's why they're gonna be sitting there. Just watch the footage. Yeah, just watch the footage, goddamn. So the whole time, this was all family members. And look, and when Miss Teresa said she got the plug at the hotel, now you see this what kind of plug she really got. Fuck you talking about? This the plug that she really got. Them folks willing to kill. It explains why this would be at 12:01. Matter of fact, I need to pull this up too while I'm playing that video in mute. Andrea Kenneka Jenkins. Watch how I'm finna play her video with this video. And then look. All her investigation, what she did a phenomenal job and she was on the point. And she got all the facts going with the paperwork. And the biggest secret of the paperwork, she investigated the family without knowing that they was family. That's the crazy part. When you trying to figure out who the killers is. Well, we got their names and we got this. Let's dig a little deep dive and see. And then she finna expose all Miss Teresa family members. Let's go to one of these videos. Watch this. The cover up with Officer Canelo. I need to start it off, I think, with this one, I believe. When he talk about, I need to go to her video when she got the statement, is it this one or this one? Nah. Oh, let's play this one first.
J4K.
Watch this, y'all.
I'm doing another Flashback Friday video. And this video was broadcast on Facebook Live September 11th. This is the day after Kenneka Jenkins was found deceased in the Crown Plaza Hotel, Rosemont. And this video is about 30 minutes long, so I'm gonna chop this up just so that the points can be clear for everybody. This is about Andrew Holmes and Teresa Martin. So there's a few people that have commented and pointed out that, hey, they were together. There's a video of them.
Look, that's why the news knew they was doing. Cause check this out. You ain't finna see all of this on the news station. You just gonna see portions of it. And look how they filming everybody at one time and releasing it on different dates.
And this, I believe, is the video of them together. You're gonna see that right now. Okay, and that's Teresa. Now, what I want you to remember is, because this is the day after Kenneka was found, this is all brand new to Teresa. There was a lot of people coming down there, greeting her, shaking her hand, hugging her, saying they would be there for her. Andrew Holmes looked professional. He had ties to the community. He had ties to the police. She believed that he was going to be an advocate. In the beginning, she asked for help, and I think she was under the impression that Andrew Holmes simply answered her call. Okay, I'm going to tell you why I'm saying all of this. We're going to speed up the video a little bit. All right, this is Andrew Holmes' first press conference as it relates to Kenneka Jenkins, and I want you just to pay attention to how he is going to say the exact opposite of what he said at his second press conference. Okay, remember, the second press conference is when he told everybody that Kenneka walked herself into the freezer and it was an accident. But this is his very first press conference when he was trying to gain the mother's trust and trying to appeal to the family.
If she walked in there, then put it out there. Show the mother the footage, show the detective the footage, and let's get this case on. Because the walk in there, they're just closed the door. I'm not buying. Let's buy who walked with her. Let's maybe buy who took her there. Or let's buy what exactly happened in that room before she left out the room, if she left out on her own. It's as simple as that.
All right. He said it's as simple as that somebody walked her down there, led her down there, and if she did walk on her own, we need to find out what happened in the room before she walked out. Okay, this is something completely different than what he said during his second press conference. Here he's saying you need to show the mother the footage, etc., etc. In the second press conference, he's going to say, I seen the footage, I know what happened, it's case closed, it was just an unfortunate accident due to alcohol. Okay, and that's what was broadcast all over the media. Okay, so this video is just to say, like, you know, Andrew Holmes and Teresa are in no way, shape, form affiliated. Andrew was simply an agent that was sent to get up under Teresa, gather intelligence, and feed it back to the police. All right? He did his job. He created a lot of confusion. He's part of the reason why Kenneka Jenkins can't get national media coverage, because he did the dirty work of blaming it on it as an accident and saying she drank too much. Okay.
That would be one of the main reasons why they had to have a hold to release the tapes. Cause Miss Teresa family all over it. So that means at some point in time they had to tweak the narrative a little bit in Miss Teresa's favor. And Miss Teresa out there with a fake ass protest with family members in there talking about release the tapes. The real tapes. That's the reason why they had to alter the tapes. And the only thing they had to do was just edit the timestamp and come with a narrative and say, let's say they were searching for her when we release them. We're going to say this the reason why they is seen on camera. They were searching for her, but the whole time they were busting the move. Busting the move, Jack. Look. I need to find that when she, not this one, was told other people, not this one. Follow up, Sergeant Douglas, was it with you? Right here. I believe this is this one.
The video was not fake. It was not a hoax, okay?
Watch this,
so
y'all.
In this first statement, the detective is talking to Monifa on... They're talking to Monifa. It looks like September 12th, okay? So September 12th, it looks like 1:30 p.m. They talked to Monifa. This is 2 days after they found Kenneka in the freezer. I'm going to skip over some parts. But in this statement, it said, this is the detective talking. I informed the blank live video has gone viral on the internet and some people are speculating it sounds like someone saying help me in the background. Blank stated she does not hear anyone say help me in the video and thinks the sound. Those two pieces of this statement sound almost identical. And let's see. Yeah, okay. So both of these happened on the same day. They were talking to the same detective. It's not verbatim. These are his notes. So he might have done even a little copy and paste job, right? He definitely used the same language to describe what they both were telling him. But it's important to note that that viral video, it was a big part of the case. And they actually should have asked more people about what was happening in that video.
But the video is a part of the cover up. See, the video they had us thinking like Kenneka's still in the room and listen real closely, you could hear her. But the whole time Kenneka's already out of the room. They saved the video and edit the audio in the video to give you the delusion that Kenneka's still in the room. So it's two videos in one video. You see one video, but the other video, you don't see the actual video, but you see the audio. This is like I can add, this is like I can record this video and add music in the video. You don't see no music video, dude. That's what I'm saying. That's how you would hear Kenneka would still be in the room. But guess who will be in the room? Dressed like Kenneka, the best friend. So boom, guess when the best friend will got to come out the hallway? At least 2 to 3 o'clock in the morning, out the room. To stick with the game plan. If you're gonna set the girl up, boom, where she at? Look, when Irene them come back in the room with Black Hood and them, her all over her head, and everybody was like, look at Irene, look like she been in the fight. She was. She just came from where Kenneka was. They went live on the phone. And then when they went live, guess who they talking to and texting? The family member. So the family member saved the video and added the audio in the video. Man, this how quick Miss Teresa is on the game. This how quick she on her toes, bruh. Check this out. So look, when the police, the whole purpose of this video is when they come to the statement, the police interviewed the family. not just no gang members they were hunting down. So the police exposed the family and was like, well, look, we just gonna make everybody admit that y'all blood, right? Yeah, we blood cousin, cause we confirmed this shit. Yep, we blood cousin. And Miss Reese the one, and the news the one allowed to say, yeah, they were looking for people that was at the party. They still looking for the people that would book the room with the fraudulent credit card, and her nephew was involved booking the room with the fraudulent credit card. That made me think that's why P said what he said in Zach's interview. She put up a fight. If he was down there, think about this here. When Irene them came back into the room, Pease wasn't in the room. TY wasn't in the room. You see what, look, watch this shit. Hold on. Look how this finna hit different now.
I used to run out of my liquid.
TY ain't in the room. Killer's still in the room. Now look, Killer's still in the room. Check this out, Kenneka is not in the room. So they just came back from where Kenneka was. Now they're gonna be on the phone with family members. On Kenneka's phone. That's why Irene had to admit that she on the phone. Look who that is in the background. The best friend. The best friend. Azaria Walls. That was in the car. Same her doing everything. Azaria. Look. P's not in the room. Man not in the room. Cause the person that's in the black hoodie is slim. Man thick. That dude that's in the back, he's slim. Look. So they will be on the phone and texting. Family members, Miss Teresa Martin. Guess what the footage finna show? That means when Man them came back in, when Bree them came back in, Irene was with her. Payo, Irene was with them. Everybody was with them. All of them came back to the room. Now you gonna have to have this girl dressed up like a nigga got to come out the room. Cause the camera's still rolling on surveillance footage. So guess what Miss Teresa did? We got to cover up for at once something. So let's get this video and say she was still in the room. So when it comes to balls, 54 finna give you the biggest conspiracy theory in the world. Nah, that ain't Kenneka. Nope. Nah, y'all tripping. That ain't Kenneka, y'all. You know what I'm saying? I believe she was still in that room. Look, watch this. So when you look at 1 o'clock, guess what Kenneka, guess what her brother is? Guess what Leonora at? Guess what Miss Teresa at 1:30 in my straight drop voice. What's going on between 1:30 and 1:50? That means everybody gonna be in the room exactly 1:30. That's why they came up with a narrative. Yeah, you know that video, this was around 1:30. The party didn't get started to 2 something. Man, y'all clip this shit and share it on your page. Share this shit. Clip this scene right here. Don't that make sense? Now look at the video. They on the phone. That's why she looking scared. They just did the girl in. Come back in the room. Now this they alibi to say they still in the room. Look who all in the room. Bam! Everybody coming in there. Look how the vibe off. Everybody vibe off and trying to play cool, but you know everything ain't cool. So guess what Mitch Reese did? Come out with a narrative and say, hey, look, just say we waiting on everybody to come to the party. In reality, everybody finna come to the room, back to the room. When they come to the room, you got other people finna come back to the room, be like, all right, it's time to go. And that's when you finna see everybody leaving out that bitch. Look, boom. That's why they add the music in there. Look how the vibe off, y'all. Check it out. See, they got the call on Kenneka phone. Oh. What she finna say? Man, it look like them folk been fighting that girl and came back to the room. Cause look how her hair off. Look, Bree ain't got her jacket on. Boom, look. She on the phone. She just came from where Kenneka was. Bam, that's why they were like, we need two girls. That's why she look. Do this sound like, check this out. I always said this when she did her mouth like this, it sound like that she said Rico. Look, y'all, do it sound like she say Rico? Rico. 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 See what I'm saying? Check them out. That's why they got to film themselves. Now you see why they filming themselves? Now, I always was like, why they filming themselves so close and ain't trying to show nobody in the room? They so up close with the camera. That's the perfect describe. Like, yeah, we was in the room chilling. So boom. Then you finna get T.Y. live. Now this what Mitch Reese be like, let's cover up for one song, cause we don't want nobody to know about the parking lot, right? So boom. Now it's 2-something now. Now they got us believing this at 2-something. Boom, she still chilling. Yeah, we heard. Look, boom, this at 2-something. Now these the video that Miss Teresa edited. She had to edit the timestamp on this one. And then look. If Miss Teresa edit these videos, that mean look who phone she had access to. The people that shooting the video. Boom, all for Miss Teresa. This is all for Miss Teresa to keep an eye on her daughter the whole fucking time. Hi, y'all. I would wonder why they recording the camera. This Irene part of they ain't putting that camera on Irene. You don't even see Irene in this video. Where is Irene at? You don't see no Irene. Show me where Irene at. Then they want us to believe, yeah, Kenneka was drugged. Look, they put something in her drink. This could be for the other girl in the room. Cause they ain't drugging no Kenneka in this one. So now look, check this out. This got to be earlier that night. You see what I'm saying? This could be in the morning time, like on September the 7th. You see what I'm saying? You don't even get a clear shot. We don't know if that's Kenneka or not. Right? That could be a reenactment or a cousin be like, play like y'all finna drug Kenneka. So everybody could believe, look, that's Kenneka getting drugged right there. Maybe there's a part of the plan like, look, just act drunk. Yeah, look, what is this? What is this, y'all? What is this? To make it fit the narrative. Don't you believe? Watch this. You don't get a clear picture of Kenneka's face. Not at all. But look who you got. All family members. So the whole time, this is all Teresa family members, bruh. I thought these were just people from the hood, but this meant Teresa nieces, nephews, cousins, and everybody. Everybody related in the room. No wonder why they get to do what they did in the hotel. And the hotel was like, look, y'all too loud. Y'all just calm down. Y'all don't supposed to be in there motherfuckers smoking and doing drugs. Now you see why the hotel let them do it. So boom. But Miss Teresa and the hotel agreed to this. We gotta fit the narrative of the time. So boom. So once they get that established, now you got what? A Kenneka lookalike walking in the halls at 3-something. Bumping in the wall. Now the crowd go wild. Perfect setup. And to throw the public off. Cause this let you know when Irene said they been planning this for months. Hold on. Watch what Irene finna say, and she family members. Watch this. That's why she will be with T.Y. Rowland. You see what I'm saying? There go her baby daddy right there, right? All right, hold on. I need the one that she was going off. Right here. This the one. Now you know she family. Do this make sense now? Why they went live?
Wait, I'm back. We put her on our back. I'm back.
So now you know Miss Teresa upping the pressure on Monifa because Miss Teresa don't want nobody to know that this her family going on Monifa ass.
Because you want the Monifa stats. Y'all got me fucked up. First of all, Tiara time I said, if it wasn't for me, Kenneka would be here. It won't be here. She is
Tiara related to J Money. That's why she would be beefing with J Money, nieces and nephews, and all this family beef. All this is family beef at Monifa to get everybody to hate Monifa, and she the one set her up. And Monifa is the only one that can be like, man, look, this is all family, and they use me as a Pepsi, just like in the goddamn JFK when it comes to Oswell.
Still be here, bitch. If it wasn't for Monifa, she'll still be here.
Told you.
If all my friends, 10 toes, if any of them drunk, I'm dropping them off. Right then and there, I'm not waiting. Fuck you talking about.
Playing the friend role.
On top of that, I'm not leaving my friend undetected drunk. No way, no how, no form of fashion. No way, no how, no form of fashion. Fuck you talking about. And then you on this bitch clout chasing Monifa. Stay talking about some they saying your name. Bitch, they ain't saying your name. They saying my name. My name being dragged in the dirt. I'm the motherfucker in the middle of this shit because of you. Fuck you talking about, bitch. You on here steady clout chasing. Ain't shit wrong with you, bitch. You want the clout. That's what you want. That's what you looking for. The clout. Ain't shit happened to you. Ain't nothing wrong with you. Your name ain't been dragged in the dirt. None of that. It's me, bitch. Steady on here talking to me. If it wasn't for me, Kenneka still be here. Bitch, you left her drunk in the hallway by herself unattended, a fake ass friend. That's what you did. You left her unattended, and remind you, you told me out your own mouth, Monifa. Yeah, Kenneka gone. Where she go?
So they had Monifa participating in something, and she was aware of it. But when she became to be a patsy, now you see Miss Teresa game plan was the whole time. Boy, we gonna put all this on Monifa. She ain't gonna see this shit coming. Maybe this a way to test her loyalty. Bitch, you gonna say something or what? Cause of shit. If you say something, you gonna die. She holding her loyalty down. I ain't gonna say nothing, but she was tempted at one point in time cause she reached out to Trey Gang. So barriers can be broken, goddammit. And it really could be broken now. If everybody let this click in their head, I didn't know you were related to Miss Teresa Irene this whole time. And this was the game plan to put it all off on Monifa, cause Monifa probably is the only one there's an outsider, and they let her in. Whoa! Cause it look like Monifa is the only one that's not related. And the people that came to her defense, look. I should have pulled that YouTuber lady up that looked like Monifa. Did I pull her up? No, I ain't even pull her up. But now look how the narrative sound like now. It got to click now. I see through the line now, Irene. This was the game plan. Put it off on Monifa. Put the pressure on her. Have the putter be like, yeah, Monifa, you bitch. You left her in the hallway. You done did this and you done did this. You see what I'm saying?
I tell your ass, go look for her. How did you lose her? That was within 2 seconds. Within 2 seconds, did you go back? No. You stayed and party. Fuck you talking about. You got me fucked up. I'm not finna keep hushing up for you bitches. Neither one of y'all. You and Maya left her, but I ain't you. It's you right now. It's about you right now, Monifa. It's all about you right now. Fuck you talking about. Since you going making statuses and Tiara, I will beat your ass. I will beat the fuck out you. I don't want to talk to you, period. Ain't nothing to talk about. And then I try to get them to come back with me to the party, to go to the hotel to come search. Did neither one of them bitches come? No. Fuck.
Probably will hold against their will. Cause it explained why they weren't showing up when when Miss Teresa was making those first news and the first protest. I'm like, damn, what's up? You ain't even see the best friend, the real best friend, Azaria. Keep this in mind, Lamont is friends with Azaria. But guess what Lamont's finna have everybody focus on? I was locked up with Monifa. Monifa told me everything, y'all. Man, I'm seeing the propaganda now. All this propaganda, bro.
You talking about I went to the hotel by my motherfucking self and go help
Stop
and
lying,
my friend.
bitch.
Did y'all do it? No, y'all stayed back to mess around.
Your friend, this your cousin. That's crazy. That's crazy. If you on live thinking that nobody won't find out that y'all actually relative and you got a live video out here saying Kenneka is your friend? You said what?
And then I try to get them to come back with me to the party, to go to the hotel to come search. Did neither one of them bitches come? No. Fuck you talking about I went to the hotel by my motherfucking self and go help and look for my friend. Did y'all do it? No, y'all stayed back to mess with me. I'm laughing at her.
Your friend, not your family. Hold up, wait a minute. I gotta be tripping. Hold up, wait a minute. Wait 1 second. Let me pull one more video up. I gotta go to the Zach job. I just wanna hear these people say they was friends. Let me go to the Irene. Where the Irene John at? Right here.
What? Yo, what's poppin', world? Today, on Zach TV1, it's a very, very, very serious issue. I know normally y'all used to sit, well, not stand in front of the camera, but today's Zach TV is in front of the camera, you know? I just recently got back to Chicago from New York. I was out there for a week or so doing interviews, and in each and every borough that I visited, everyone was talking about the 19-year-old woman who was found dead in a freezer at the Crown Plaza Hotel in Rosemont, Illinois, which is a western suburb. Everyone was pointing fingers to the staff, but mainly to her friends. One friend in particular who went freaking viral on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Snapchat, Periscope.
Friend? Boy, I'm about to jump out my motherfucking seat. Cause you mean to tell me Zach didn't know they was family the whole time? If I'm a police and I got DNA tests and be like, okay, all this was family. It's a family goddamn reunion in this motherfucker. Then you see, oh, that's why it took so long with dropping this interview, cause you already had the interview down packed, cause you interviewed this shit on the 14th. On the 14th. So it ain't no telling when you actually came in the picture for them to get you, cause this just to show you that you agreed to it. So he knew they were family members and they sticking to the script. We're just gonna say you the friend. Watch this bullshit. No more respect.
Every social media outlet out there known to mankind was this young lady right here who we have, Irene. Irene, how are you today?
Good, and you?
I'm blessed. I know you are a little stressed. I know it's been a lot going on. First off, I just want to say I sincerely apologize on behalf of everyone on Facebook that's bashing you. How is it to take the criticism like that on social media?
It was hard. Everybody saying, you did this to your friend, and on top of that, I lost a friend. So I'm crying on top of everybody saying you did this in inboxes, private phone calls.
Private?
Yeah, they just called me private, telling me some help me, all this.
Are you serious?
Yes, I'm like, you people sick. Like,
that's sick.
How they get my number, I don't know.
You want to know something crazy? While I was out of town, I saw something that was crazy to me. I saw someone release your address.
Yeah, my address is all over the media.
Are you serious?
People was in front of my house.
It's like really processing or staking out, trying to catch you?
They really recorded my house. Like, okay, this is Irene Roberts' house right here.
Do you feel like your life is in danger now?
Yeah, I felt like I can't even go outside without being recorded.
And
man, like she in the zone, don't it, man? It's like she sticking to the script and then focusing on every question that he asking her to stay on the script.
once again, people, we're at an undisclosed location right now for the safety of Irene, as well as the safety of her family. Have your family members received any threats?
Yeah, my mom, my sister, they tell me what they gonna do to my son, all types of stuff. How they gonna kill him, your son need to die, you need to die. Like, how sick.
All this made up. Ain't nobody call you and threaten you. You can look at her. Look, you can look at her face expression. It tell it all. She sticking to the script. Man, you see this, y'all? Look at this. Check it out. Look.
Once again, on behalf of everyone out there, social media.
Is they looking at something over here? Cause I'm noticed he looking over there too. He looking over there where she looking. And about the way they eyes glowing is something behind that. The camera facing this way. Look. She got a smirk on her face and he rubbing his goddamn bottom lip like they reading a teleprompt with the answers. Y'all drop the comments in the chat.
Once again, on behalf of everyone out there, social media, I sincerely apologize. It's crazy. Sometimes you guys got to put yourself in the shoes of others. What if she was your daughter, your sister, your girlfriend, your grandchild? You wouldn't appreciate the harmful gestures and words, you know. But on another note, on that night, which was last Friday, correct? Mm-hmm. Last Friday, you guys went to a party.
Yeah.
The Crown Plaza in Rosemont, Illinois, west suburb. Yeah. Who party was it?
Mine.
It was your party.
Yeah.
Birthday party or just a regular?
Just my.
Now we know why. If they've been planning this for months, now you see why she had to say, yeah, we celebrate my party, but it really a party for Kenneka ass. Man, y'all, she already gonna be at the hotel on the 6th.
21st birthday.
Happy birthday. Happy belated birthday. Your birthday party, you invited everybody.
Yeah, everybody was invited. It was a flyer on Facebook.
On Facebook?
That everybody
Family.
Okay.
Family.
Now, when you arrived at the party, were you with Kenneka?
No, I rode my sister, my cousin, and my friend.
Now you see that question, when you arrived at the party, was you with Kenneka?
Now, when you arrived at the party, were you with Kenneka?
No, I rode my sister, my cousin, and my friend.
Okay. What time?
But you were with Kenneka family. You came with Kenneka family members to the party. Name them.
You approximately get to the party, I think.
Like 10:30, 11.
10:30, 11, yeah. The party. So about around in the Chicago term, when you arrived to the party around that time, still it was pretty dead early, right?
Yeah, wasn't nobody there. I'm the host.
Shit, cause you got Miss Teresa's nephews already there in the room at 9 o'clock. Room was already occupied when you got there. So that means you didn't come in there with the key. Who actually was already in the room with the room key? Hi, y'all.
So I'm waiting for everybody to come.
Okay. You went to the front desk. How did they greet you? Like, oh, hey.
No, they ain't greet us. They just looked at us, walk past. Just see me walk
Was
past.
it a nasty look? Or?
No, just a
Hey.
who are you people? Like,
Okay.
look.
Okay. Was that your first time ever going there?
Yeah, that's my first time ever like being there.
And notice he didn't never said who booked the room. Cause you know it's finna go back to Miss Teresa's nephew and that girl, and that's gonna be family members' connection. Hi, y'all. Now you see the very important question that he leaving out on purpose. All right.
In the newspaper, the article I read that it was on the 9th floor. Is that a fact?
Yeah, that was the 9th
It was
floor.
on the 9th floor. What room number you remember?
926.
Room number 926 on the 9th floor. So you coming off the elevator, are you making a left or a right?
When you come off the elevator, you make a right, and it's literally right there.
Oh,
right
okay.
Off the
Right off the elevator. You come off the elevator, you made a right. Boom. What time you think it was when you started jumping a little bit?
I say 2 o'clock, literally.
2 in the morning?
Same video that Miss Teresa wants you to believe at 2 something in the morning. Family. Sticking to the script.
Because it just started like that. I just got there myself.
At 2:30,
yeah.
So you straighten up.
People starting to rap slowly. Slowly people started to rap. Then 2 in the morning, that's when they got lit.
And most of these people that arrived, because you.
So this interview skipped everything from 1 o'clock. Check this out. Everything already happened to Kenneka at 1 o'clock, so they sticking to the script because they depending on this video. This at 2 something. And the Irene video is at 1 something. Same video that Leonora said, and I have the videos. See what I'm saying? Ooh-wee. So that means if this wasn't actually going on at 1 something in the room, what was actually going on in the room? Because if it wasn't this. So that means Irene wasn't in the room. Because when you look at the shoes, like Chosen King said, that ain't Irene. Look at the shoes. The shoes are dead giveaway. They will be Jalen Ford in TY Live video, not Irene. So that means, where would Irene would be at 2 in the morning? Y'all want me to bust Irene up right now? Guess where Irene would be at 2 something in the morning? I'll show you where she at 2 something in the morning. And the cameras ain't finna lie on this one. Only the editors do. Watch this, y'all. Check this out. What time Trey Gang said when you knock 2 hours off the footage? I'll show you where Irene would be at 2 something in the morning. Right? Let's see. 2 something in the morning. Right here. Exactly at 2:34. Pow! The footage shows you leaving out that motherfucker at 2:34. It shows you came back. It shows you whenever y'all did what y'all did to Kenneka, you went back to the room at 1 something and did whatever they were doing between 1 all the way to 2 o'clock. That's damn near a whole fucking hour. But they want you to believe that they were still in the room partying and chilling, and that's when norms come on. So what they were actually doing from 1 to 2 o'clock. So that means, shit, Irene will be leaving at 2. Zach know it. Look what everybody will be doing at 2. Boom, this at 2. T.Y. and them coming back in. When Irene them leaving out. Then you got these people. Boom. Look what it look like now. At 2 something in the morning. But once you go to this, look what everybody at. Going on 2 o'clock. Bam. Bam. Wham. So when they came back in the room at 3:30, 20 minutes later, they come back out the room, went back to the room, come back out the room. Come on, bro. Look, brother than all.
You put the flyer on Facebook via Facebook.
Yeah, then people bringing friends of friends. So.
Okay, and y'all from the west side of Chicago, right? Mm-hmm. Around what area?
Jackson West.
Where the T's at?
Yeah.
Shout out to the T's. I did a video before with the T's over there. Okay, so y'all okay, it's 2 in the morning. Everyone's coming. What time do you think Kenneka come around that time?
2 in the morning, everybody coming. This the crazy part about it. This how you know Zach knew what was going on at 2-something in the morning. So that's why he was like, yeah, let's flip the script and say y'all was coming in at 2-something in the morning. Because the hotel got to do their part and say this at this 2-something in the morning. Boom. That's when the guys getting there 2-something in the morning. But they still off a little bit. See what I'm saying? The look, cause that's when you finna get now. Don't this what this look like? Oh, they coming in to match up with the cell phone footage. See what I'm saying? So boom. So this whole time, what would Kenneka would be at? While all the little would be going on, what would Kenneka would be at? She ain't gonna be in TY live video. We know that part. Keep that in mind. And we know she ain't gonna be in no Irene live video. But Irene got another live video with show her in the room. So at some point in time, Kenneka left that motherfucker. Some of them all left. But when it was time to come back, everybody coming back. Now, Kenneka on the way between 1. Look, this between 12 and 1. Look what's going on before she finna come back. Bam. So look who will be showing up. Guess who will be showing up right here? Family members. Look who leaving, family member, other family. Now it look like the hotel done locked all this shit down because a murder finna happen. See that now? Bam. It happened that quick. Boom. That's when they would go back to the room. This would be going on at 1-something. Between 1:30 and 1:50, it's going down. Bam. Now let's go to 2-something. See that? So look, after 2, now look, going on 3 o'clock. Bam. Now this 3, we gonna stop it at 3. Now listen to this shit again.
Kenneka came. She called me, matter of fact.
Girl, I'm on my way.
No, she called me when she was downstairs. Like, we downstairs, how you enter. And I told her.
Who she was with?
She was with her people, Maya and them.
So that means she called you around 1-something. Uh-oh. So that's your phone communication right there. And that's why Zach said, yeah, who she with? But he just imagine, you know what's going on at 1-something. Look at his facial expression. Oh, it's getting intense. It's getting intense now. They know the truth, what's going on at 1-something, but they narrative got to match this, right? Narrative got to match this. But watch this.
Who she was with?
She was with her people.
Her people.
Maya?
Shamaya, yeah.
Shamaya, because Shamaya, it would make sense. Shamaya is related to Kenneka. It would make sense. Not Bree. I mean, not Bree, not Monifa.
She's with
Monifa.
She's with Maya and Monifa.
And
Bree. Maya, Monifa, Bree, and Kenneka. They was all together. Mm-hmm. And Kenneka's mother car, correct?
Yes.
Okay, and this was shortly after 2 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so when
this probably not even 2 a.m. This probably like, because they came when the party was dry. So like.
Oh, they came before.
Yeah, like they coming when the party dry.
Okay, so
they was already done.
So was that the video that the world seen on Facebook when they was in the washroom? And
yep, that's the video that went viral.
Ooh, that was Missy. So you know him and Teresa had a long conversation. So that's why he brought that shit up. Like, yeah, make it look like, yeah, this the truth. And we getting down to the bottom of it. Man, fuck these folks, bro. Y'all see what I see now and hearing this shit? Look.
The video that the world seen on Facebook when they was in the washroom. And
yep, that's the video that went viral.
It was Kenneka and who else?
Kenneka.
See
In
that?
the washroom in that video.
Oh, in the washroom, that was Monique from Kenneka.
So Zach threw that out there because that's what Mitch Reese want everybody to focus on, that fucking video. Because guess what it's going to have us thinking? She in the room at what time? Between 1 and 2 o'clock.
Okay, it was Monifa and Kenneka in the video. Okay, what time did the guys arrive?
I see. That's when the car got laughs around 2 something.
That's when it started busting. Everybody coming up, oh yeah, we in here. West side in here.
Yeah, we in finna get lit.
Because I hear y'all, is it true? Is it the fact that y'all was playing some Sosa?
Yeah.
Chick Key?
Yeah.
Turn that party up.
Yeah.
Did y'all happen to play some Finisa?
Nah, we ain't even played out. Forgot all about that.
Okay. So y'all started getting live. What made you take your cell phone and go live?
I always.
Oh, now look, that's what everybody want to know. You see she got that smile on her face now? Everybody know you finna start lying like a motherfucker. Keep this in mind. The real reason why she went live because they just committed a murder, came back in the room and filmed themselves like it's an alibi. Like, I was still in the room around about this time, right? And then Mr. Reese was like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? I'm a voucher for all of this old shit. Zach, make sure you ask about those questions about those videos in the phone and keep everybody locked in on that goddamn video, Zach. Everybody knows Zach like them little young girls and shit. And Mitch Reese got a goddamn pot full of them motherfuckers. They ain't gotta do nothing but smile in that nigga face and throw some of that thunder rump on him. Cause he look like yeah, you know what I'm saying? I like a little older on mine, you know what I'm saying? I know you bitches, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, got a little funkinism to it, you know.
Me personally, I always gonna laugh. Anywhere, anytime. I'm gonna laugh. What I do, but since Facebook blocked me, I just go live on other people's page.
So you weren't even on your page?
No, I was on Monique's page live.
Okay, you went on Monifa's page.
And I tagged myself.
And you tagged yourself, so
you went live on somebody else's page and you tag yourself or a person that's being blocked and suspended. It sound dumb in the motherfucker now. You know, they look at Zach. He look dumb as a motherfucker now.
Automatically into your page. So not all your friends and followers saw it. Perfect. So they like, okay, they had a party, it's busting. Let us make our way down there.
Right.
Just it's a marketing strategy.
Yeah.
Just to get more people here.
Let everybody know, look at it's busting.
It's busting at the party. Boom. Throughout the entire video, and we're gonna talk about different marks, 208, 307, things like that. But throughout the entire video, you mainly kept the camera on yourself. Why is that to be?
Because I was half X. You barely see me looking at the camera. I'm trying to get the phone to work instead of buffering, signaling hotel bogus.
I heard you say that.
And I look at this whole interview different. Now check this out. I look at this whole interview different because I was looking at this interview like, damn, Zach ain't just asking the right question. I wish I could have asked these questions then how the way she answered these questions. I'm like, man, this got to be something up with Irene. They hiding something, bro. And then the interview, I never got a good vibe off the interview. It wasn't no real question asked to me, you know. Like when you want to find out what's going on and shit, you're going to ask questions that the public want to know. But now we know that these questions that he asking is questions they already picked out and had the answer to. And guess what this whole interview is about? It's to protect Miss Teresa, the family, and have everybody to be on this video to help with the hotel narrative. Cause look what's going on. Since we all know these family members, right? I'm finna play this video and let this bitch speak. Look. What it look like now? Once you know the truth, and watch how they finna move throughout the hotel,
You said
family.
something like, man, the signal messed up or something like that in a video. I have to ask you this, no disrespect. This is Zach TV1. I get to the bottom of everything. It's a point in the video between, I think it's like 208 and 306, and I hear it's like someone's talking, speaking something with the mouth muffled. Like somebody said they raping her, and you like, are they tweaking it? Was it anything like that?
No.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know exactly. The whole Facebook talk about. That's when they like, you talking about, I'm like, I told you.
I told you, yeah.
I told y'all them is, that's them talking about the architects. Like,
So it wasn't anything about no rape?
no, nothing about rape. Nothing.
So y'all was referring to, what exactly went on? Tell me, who said what?
I think that was Drewbury sitting next to me and like talking about the architects. But I'm not for sure because I'm off X, so all this
You off the pill, you rolling.
Yeah, and
Okay.
I'm like, she like, something about the architects, and I'm like, I told your dumb ass. Then
Why would people think it was rape that somebody said, oh, they over there
Because
raping? And you said, I told y'all.
I don't know what. That's what these sick people in the world do.
They're trying to
they
make
think,
that-
Yeah, they want to make it on their own. Like, y'all, that's what I'm saying to them. Y'all don't know what's going on. Why would he? It's my old friend. Literally, I'm sitting right here and just watch somebody do something to him.
Or how many rooms was in that hotel?
It was a lot of rooms in there, but
Now look what the footage show now. That's why you got all family. So this all Miss Teresa family. Look where they going. This at 12:11. Prince K finna go meet up with them.
Oh shit. Excuse me. So you had, was it a suite?
no. You talking about in the room we was in?
Yeah, that's what-
It was just, you know, the room they got two beds.
Yeah.
That's the room we had.
Hold on. So let's clear this up, world. People on social media saying like they was in another room. And you
No,
like, I
it was
told
not
you.
a suite. It was a little bitty room. Like
With two beds, with double beds.
Double bed. Yeah, that type of suite.
Four beds, double bed.
Yeah.
So it wasn't another room, or was people in the washroom?
No, people weren't even in the washroom. We all see how packed it was. We was like humped together.
Okay. Wow. So okay.
All
Okay, so
family members.
No.
That's why he would be on the move like that. All family members dipping out. And then you got this shit going on. Kitty's a man, she already admit, but like, yeah, what time you get there? Yeah, I got there around about 10:11. 10:11? Now look, you see how they finna shut everything down on these cameras? Now you see why they shutting everything down? Cause the girl finna arrive in the next 30 minutes. No, she wasn't about to say 3. She was about to say 6 to me. Watch this.
So you have.
That's what I'm saying to them. Y'all don't know what's going on. Why would he? It's my old friend. Literally, I'm sitting right here and just watch somebody do something to him.
Or how many rooms was in that hotel?
It was a lot of rooms in there.
She was finna say 6. Look.
Or how many rooms was in that hotel?
It was a lot of rooms to do something to him.
Or how many rooms was in that hotel?
Watch somebody do something to him.
Or how many rooms was in that hotel?
It was a lot of rooms in there, but
oh shit. Excuse me. So you had, was it a suite?
No, you talking about in the room we was in?
Yeah, that's what.
It was just, you know, the room they got two beds.
Yeah.
That's the room we had.
Hold on. So let's clear this up, world. People on social media saying like they was in another room. And you
No,
like, I
it was
told
not
you.
a suite. It was a little bitty room. Like
With two beds, with double beds.
Double bed, yeah, that type of suite.
Four beds, double bed.
Yeah.
So it wasn't another room, or was people in the washroom?
No, people weren't even in the washroom.
See, this the most dumbest thing that you could ask. Yeah, what kind of bed was it? Was a washroom? You know, how many rooms? You know what I'm saying? It was 2 washrooms. You know what I'm saying? You already know the 9th floor, so that question will be irrelevant to be asking. So you asking these questions to get to what?
We we all see how packed it was. We was like clumped together.
Okay. Wow. So, okay. Okay. So nobody was. Oh, okay. Let's talk about this. Through the reflection of your shades, you had on shades.
Right.
You could see. Was it a red jacket or a guy? Did he have on Tim's? I don't know. Someone landed on
a red Hawk sweater.
A red Hawk sweater.
So she could have just said, "That's my cousin over there. They're my people." Never said that.
Jacket, I don't even know what they getting all this. How could you see? I don't know what they thought they were psychic or whatever they thought they was. I don't know what these people do.
And okay, to your recollection, like sitting on the bed with the camera towards you, there was a guy right here from the reflection of your glasses with the red Hawks on.
And they saying this person was Kenneka. That's the whole dude right here.
So it was two dudes, red dude,
Kenneka all the way over there. Monifa all the way over there, having a whole another conversation.
Did anybody say, "Girl, Kenneka, you having a good time?"
That was her and Monifa having a whole conversation over there. See, the song was buffering, so therefore you can hear the conversation.
So now you see how the conversation got spicy when they were like, "Yeah, let's break the video down. All this shit is a lie. All that shit was a lie, bruh." And you don't think Mr. Reese was on that sideline, was like, "Man, I want to know how this gonna go. Is we gonna pull this off or what?" But look, this at 120. Now check this out. If you look at the lobby, look how fast. If Kenneka was in the lobby at 3:16, watch this. It's 3:14. She finna come in the lobby. So boom, it's 3:19. She leave out the lobby. So that means at least 3 to 5 minutes. Boom, he get the chirp. Guess who you finna see come back in the lobby in exactly 5 minutes? That mean, man, they beat that girl up bad and came back in that motherfucker. Look, and he know it. Wham, 120. Watch this. And guess watch where he finna go? Outside to the parking lot. Then look, that's why he will be doing this shit. Then my man finna come in that motherfucker. At one song.
The music was never buffing, you could never hear nothing. But the music was buffing, Monifa talking, because she's sitting down on a little stool. Monifa sitting on the bed. She, girl, you want me to look like you enjoying yourself.
She said that to Kenneka.
Yeah. Kenneka, like, I am enjoying myself. She, you drunk. She tell her, I'm not even drunk yet.
Did she?
Yeah, Kenneka, you drunk. When you say that mean you drunk. You clearly hear me saying that.
So y'all really know Kenneka?
Yeah, we knew her for, we got years with her. It's not.
What? Man, you know what blowing my mind the most? That if I would have known you was family with her in the beginning, it would have made sense way in the beginning. But for me to hear you say you been knowing Kenneka for how long and knowing y'all relatives and been knowing this girl since she was born, and y'all actually video is catching up with y'all. That's crazy. Everybody denied being that girl relative, even at the Loso video. We got y'all living though. We just gonna show a lookalike walking down the hall at 3-something in the morning. All right, yeah, we got our video. You got your story right. Yeah, we got our story right. Y'all got those camera right now. Yeah, we got those camera right. You know what I'm talking about? Look, boom. Whole hotel on lockdown. Look, boom. Look, 134. It explains why. Then the whole time, what we should have been paying attention in this area right here. Cause this what y'all remember when they were hanging out the back door? You can walk clean from through here to the back door. It's right there. It's right there. You can come in from this way, go this way through the back door, or walk down that hall and walk down this hall through the double doors you in the parking lot. So yeah, gang, I'm finna get on up out this junk, y'all, cause I just want to show y'all little this. Boom. So I got to put the video together to show y'all when the police interviewed, when they had everybody confessing. You blood cousin with Kenneka? Yes. How you related? I'm a cousin, and this my cousin. You some kind of Mike too? Yeah, that my cousin, first cousin, third cousin, all this. So, I mean, anybody gonna question Miss Teresa on that? Cause it's showing me how much power that she got. She said she got clout at the hotel. And shit, and I'm looking at this clout like, damn, shit, Mr. Reese, you gotta be somebody for the hotel to follow up with this shit. Hi, y'all. Appreciate the love and the support, y'all. Man, y'all just go to my video. And then look how it's gonna hit different now. Man, this video finna hit so different. You could actually go to a video. I highly recommend everybody go down this motherfucker. Look, you can play these. It's all gonna show you the same shit. Look what the video had to do at one something. Tamper footage. Look where the time finna skip at. That's all I just want everybody to see. Look where the time gonna skip at. You see what this time skipping at? Look what time this is. Boom. This on September 9th. This on September 10th. Running at the same time stamp. Look. Look who has something to hide between 1 and 2 o'clock in the morning, living over in the hotel. Cause everybody was seeing the time was skipping, but nobody was like, okay, why is the time will be skipping between 1 and 2 o'clock? And when they tap it in with the timestamp, they showing you what this at 4. But it's actually at 2 some. So they will actually be showing you the police already on the scene at 2 some. Just like how they all planned it. Shit, my concern, she could be in that freezer at 3 something in the morning, staging the crime scene at 3 something in the morning, got the body out of there at 4 something in the morning. And then give us a video that they just running in now doing investigation and all of this old shit. Cause look, if you look at this at 4 in the morning on September 9th, look what it looked like. A major cover up. Look what this footage would look like at 4 in the morning. Mash up with the 9 in the morning. Boom. Cover up. So won't you think that damn? Now it will make sense that Shamaya will be talking to the police then at 4 something in the morning on September the 9th, and they got her at the precinct, and they got police en route picking up her mama. Meaning that they picking up Miss Teresa, either Susu or Miss Teresa, Auntie, one of the two, bruh. Either way it go, when the police interview everybody, including the juveniles, and they need the parents, it gotta be Miss Teresa's sister, bruh. It's a female. It gotta be an auntie or a sister. One of the two. Hi, y'all. And I'll be back, y'all.